is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker. Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Oh, Lordy. Man. Welcome to Sergeant's Time. This 5 April, 2018, broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. Just want to real quick say there's no happy way today. Just want to know everybody to ensure that today is Gold Star Family Members Day today. So if you know anybody that has lost a service member, family member who was a Gold Star family member, reach out, think about them today, see how they're doing. I know being a casualty assistance officer myself and seeing the Gold Star process in it, it could be pretty traumatic, and it is for all parties involved an experience that obviously nobody ever forgets. So good job, Dave. You got your tumbler. That's what I'm talking about. Again, just want to make sure we put that out that today was the is Gold Star Family Remembrance. So anyways, now that's out of the way. Phew, they want to. It's a tough subject to discuss, but you gotta talk about it. No, we are not. Okay, look. The 82nd likes to send us vids and stuff to post. I think they're the only. Hey, what's up, Joe? They're the only unit I think that has the stones to provide such quality soldier entertainment to show off their unit. 101st, man, there's like some big rivalries going back and forth inside the comments from the 82nd's post. So go ahead. Shots fired, or as the 101st would say, shouts fired. I mean, the floor is open if you wish to post something to U.S. Army WTF moments. That are more than happy to cross post any video you'd like to send out if you got some badass moto vids. And I tell you, the vids coming out these days from these kids are incredible. They're not the standard AFN. Whoever's in charge of the digital imagery, whatever center, the DINFOS, the guys that are in charge of all the 46s and the 25s, their game is really getting good. So, no, whatever, cause, yeah. It was a fun video. We'll call it. It's badass. Look, anything that highlights the American might of the U.S. military is awesome. I think it's a badass video in itself. I mean, I would think so. So, anyways, so joining me tonight is Pooks.
Hey.
We got Pooks, and then we're gonna have some other members of the staff calling us up, just to shoot the shit about stuff right now. It's been kind of like the last 48 hours in the military has been pretty bad. We've had several, for as far as the aviation world goes. Dan, we've had aircraft crash.
Is that the Harrier that I'm talking about?
Well, yeah. First off, the Harrier went down in Djibouti, and that was one of those things to where it was okay. Pilot survived, and everyone's good to go. We're glad that pilot was recovered and is stable right now. Then immediately afterwards, a CH-53 or MH-53 died in four Marines died in a helicopter crash. Like not even 24 hours later, and then now. We just had a member of the Thunderbirds aerial demonstration team for the United States Air Force crash, and they lost their lives too. So
Damn.
Yeah, so or lost his life. So, pretty for military aviation, it's been pretty bad. Again, it is the tantamount to the line of work that the U.S. military does daily. All these were training events. I think the Harrier was also involved in some training, and Harriers are usually deployed out to sea, and then they'll conduct some training rounds while they're out deployed before they go and drop ordnance in support of whatever operation is in that area. So yeah, hearts go out to the families, and shots until Valhalla to the members of the services that have lost their lives. It sucks. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out. It's kind of a hard of a we have to bring that up. What we all forget, we play grab ass, joke around, break balls. Let everybody know that whatever branch of service is eating crayons and sucks and all this other stuff. And then but then when it comes down to it, well, once we start doing once we start training, and once lives are lost in the process of that training or in combat operations, then yeah, the jokes kind of like stop. But anyways, so that's the
Got the onion cutting ninjas out the way.
yeah. I was just like, it sucks because you have to do it. You have to do it. Otherwise, you don't you don't want these guys to forget. And of course, the internet is forever. This will be posted up also, podcast afterwards, obviously being broadcasted on Facebook Live and all our other platforms. I think they're all up, and we should be good to go. So now, today's going to be kind of an interesting day, interesting show. We were talking about last week? Was it last week or was it Monday or something like that? Anyways, about USAREC, U.S. Army Recruiting Command. Yeah, we're going to keep breaking balls, those guys. This drink sponsored by Jack Daniel's Straight. No mixing of. Yeah. I gotta soothe myself because USAREC, hey, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what level of drama happens to post or force individuals or threaten individuals with their careers or their lives or their whatever. Back the fuck off. Those kids are out there trying their damnedest to trying to recruit our youth. They don't need an additional level of bullshit just because you're pissed off about a slide that you can't make mission, and you can obviously not get blood from a stone. So, but anyways, in other news, the Sergeant Major of the Army was caught running for PT yesterday without a PT belt.
Ooh.
We know he likes to listen. Because every time we post something or say something on WTF Moments or U.S. Army or WTF Nation Radio, and he likes to come out and throw a comment about whatever. So, what's up, Bethany? What's up, guys? I mean, you're not even patient. I'm sorry. Let me go back and say hi to everybody. Shit. Hey, Tracy, what's going on? Hey, Tracy, Joe, Kaz, David, Branko, Bethany. God, Joseph. Man, sorry, dude. I'm just sitting there scanning all my other screens. How y'all doing? Welcome. Thanks for coming on and listening to Sergeant's Time, your weekly dose of active duty, National Guard and Reserve, shoot the shit talk around the water cooler. So, speaking of National Guard, let's get into hot and heavy stuff. I know we got some members of the Guard in the Facebook Live chat right now, and of course, if you are a member of the Guard and Reserve, you just might be affected by this. So, apparently everybody knows, and normally we don't get too political. I mean, we like to talk shit about everybody. Treasy, I guess there's some deal that didn't go right with the fucking DACA bullshit and all that, and then the next thing you know, the Democrats wanted something, the Republicans didn't want something, the Democrats said fuck it, the Republicans said fuck it, so Treasy said fuck it, and so now there's no money for no shitty wall. So now Mongolians are going to come up and fucking tear our shitty wall. So here's what the plan is that the president is deciding to do. He signed a memorandum stating that all National Guard states, or states that are obviously along the side on the Mexican border, to have we request that you send troops down there. Request is what the word is. No one has actually seen this request. For somebody who likes to tweet a bunch of shit, if you're signing something and you want to be in front of cameras signing some stuff, then let's see this memorandum. You know what I mean? Show me the money. I want to see all them shits. So if we see that, then show me the memorandum where you're having the National Guard, going onto the border. Now, to much of everyone's, God, you thought everyone was, You thought people were freaking drinking, eating Tide Pods and snorting condoms, and fucking and wearing clear backpacks about fucking the Second Amendment. We got some barracks lawyers just screaming about the National Guard going down to the border. Me personally, I don't care. I don't care.
See, I always thought that it was up to the state's governor to choose what he could and could not do with the National Guard.
Correct.
That's what I thought.
Correct. Exactly that. So, if you are a of National Guard type and reserves, give us a call. 415-889-8367. We kind of want to know, because we want to know if you're getting any of the streets. So if you're part of the National Guard and Reserve, part of the border states,
WTF Nation Radio.
Call us now.
Holy shit! I thought I was getting beamed up by a fucking alien.
But anyways, give us a buzz at 415-889-8367 and let us know, are you part of those National Guard like units to see what's up, because we want to know. We would like to know.
So you want to take bets on what states will actually do that?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Arizona has always done that.
Shit, I thought there was like a militia down there that did that too.
That too. There was like the Freedom Watchers or the Oath Keepers or the Drama Mamas, whatever. I don't know who the fuck they are. There's some people down there that are freaking that fucking go down there and patrol. They're volunteers, of course. They're not a militia. I mean, come on, you can't say that. They're not malicious, because militia has a negative connotation, like I guess millennial does. So,
I guess.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So people want to get wrapped around the axle about that. But anyways, so right now, D. Treasy has told the border states that border Mexico and the United States, they're requesting that they send their National Guard down to the border to secure or reinforce the border. Now, again, everyone's getting all pissed off, causing fucking drama about it, but this
is not the first time, right?
This is not the first time. As a matter of fact, since the early 1990s, the National Guard has gone down and supported border patrol efforts and drug enforcement agency efforts. So this is not new. This is not new at all. So this is actually what I have a feeling D. Treasy is going to do is all the money that is supposed to be going to all these other programs. I think what he's going to do is, once a National Guard state wants the tag, the adjutant general of that specific state tells the governor, hey, we need more money, I'm pretty sure D. Treasy is going to send them the cash to do it. Because a lot of it's based on funds too. They just don't have the fucking money to go out there and do it. So what's going to happen is, I think, they're going to get fucking extra funding, some bonus rounds and shit, whatever, to go do it. Now, the legality of it, everyone's talking about posse comitatus and also the bullshit. Posse comitatus would only apply if the National Guard and the U.S. military are being used for law enforcement actions on U.S. citizens, not illegals. So posse comitatus wouldn't actually technically apply here due to the fact that we are preventing entrance into the United States no more than the Coast Guard or the National Guard.
National Defense.
Yeah, pretty much, right? I mean, that's what you got the National Guard for national defense, right? Please, anybody, memes. We want to see some memes up on Operation Enduring Taco. Nick, give us some names. I haven't heard from Jose in a while. I haven't heard, see what he's got to say about it, but because I know he's got some thoughts about this. But again, everyone likes to say, but you haven't done it. So, and do it.
Oh, the constitutional experts all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly. Do it. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, there's some National Guard guys that I'm pretty sure would not mind being active for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that would definitely help a bunch of people that I know in the National Guard in my area.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think about this. Think about it. You open up a program for the National Guard. If you want to volunteer to deploy as a National Guard, because all the states that don't want to participate, then that's fine. What they can do is the National Guard Bureau more likely will probably volunteer some motherfuckers, and then probably create a commander to create like a joint task force. And after that joint task force created, then the National Guard will put a word out saying, and purely hypothetical, of course. I don't know anything about the National Guard in the command portion of it. They will more than likely get the word out and say, hey, Do you want to be an IMA, which is an individual mobilized augmentee, which basically is someone who volunteers for, like, I don't know, be a TDY whore, a deployment whore. There's missions out there that have specific sets of a slot to go and deploy or do whatever. This right here, I think, would be a perfect IMA opportunity for a National Guard or Reserve soldier to go ahead and like, for instance, if you were in the IRR and you needed, some cash, or you say, hey, look, I'm kind of like whatever, or if you're a retired, I wonder what happens to like retirees and shit. Some of them boys from Nam coming back, you know what I mean?
If they want to put me on the board, I'm happy to do it.
Exactly. So if you come back into active duty in that role, then I'd volunteer. If I was a National Guardsman and I was a reservist, and I'm in between jobs, or hell, I don't have a job. Fuck, you want me to do a rotation down in the southern states for a year? Fuck yeah, dude.
It'd be better than Iraq.
No, well, I don't know. The way things are going now, those border patrol agents are getting shot at anyways.
Well, I mean, I'm in my home country, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's again, it's one of those things to where I don't see an issue with it. I don't. And everyone's correct.
See, my dark humor is like, I think it'd be cheaper, more efficient to put landmines on the border, but it's just me.
Well, and of course, my family likes to listen while I'm broadcasting every Thursday, specifically Thursday. I don't know why they don't listen on Monday, but mostly Thursday. I don't know what it is. I think it's because they like to hear my military commentary about it. But the thing is that the border of Korea, the DMZ, has more mines in there since what, 1953, 1954, up to now, to include specific sensors and all this other shit, to where it would probably be pretty easy to do that in the border of now. Some of it, there's a dominance of land. You know what I mean? There's land out there that are just, you have miles and miles of desert. I mean, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, everyone gets mad because there was one, I think it was, and I wasn't enough, it was Arizona or California, I can't remember, had put water stations out there. And
I think I know what you're talking about. It was like New Mexico. They had like water out there, and Border Patrol came out and just destroyed the water pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. They were and took the water cache too. They're like, oh, what's water? And then they fucking whatever. Don't like right now I'm looking at the Facebook live chat. Everyone's talking about, yeah, they would do it. They're more than happy to go down there and mind you now, this is roundup time. This isn't you're dealing with U.S. troops now. We're not talking about cops. There are no Miranda rights when it comes to the U.S. military. No one's going to tell you to put your hands up. No one's going to say, you shoot at somebody and they're going to, no, wait till you shoot back and make sure you have positive ID. This is the U.S. military. So if I'm rocking around my up-armored Humvee and I'm sitting at the turret and I got a 240 along the Mexican border and I get my shit shot at, my weapon's pointing south. Rocking and rolling.
There's no discrimination at that point. You're shooting at me, I'm shooting back.
Exactly that. So what's going to happen is that the only thing you would do, and they were talking about the rules of engagement and all this other stuff, which again, there has been National Guard troops on the border training for counter drug missions, and they've caught drug runners back in the day when it was fully enforced. When not H.W. Bush before Clinton did it as well. They were detained. They detained them, and there was no drama. There was no, you have the right to remain silent, no obla, no any of that shit. They as soon as they got them up, they round them up, put them in flexi cuffs, and then handed them to the Border Patrol. That's all they did. They were just cuffing and stuffing and see ya. If they were engaged, then obviously you're not going to engage. We like to hope that you would not like to engage an up-armored 1151 vehicle running around freaking, you know what I mean? Because that would be a big mistake. That would be a great opportunity for defense agencies, defense contractors to test new types of sensory weaponry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you wanted to test the automated fucking Humvee with the M134 minigun on top and have a security system on it, then that would be the good time to go ahead and to set that shit up. Have a military vehicle or a drone flying over, and you would have no issues. That again, this is not this. Barracks lawyers aside, there's no such thing as posse comitatus when it comes to this because they're not U.S. citizens. If you activated the National Guard or the U.S. Army Reserve and you were letting them loose in Chicago.
Yeah, that's another story.
That's another story. Exactly that. That's totally different. So people are all the barracks lawyers. Posse comitatus said you can't do that.
Yeah.
And they fucking go nuts. But technically, he can't. There's a lot of other acts that are axed. There are a lot of provisions that the president has at his disposal to send troops. Don't get triggered. Don't get butthurt.
I mean, doesn't technically the president have the right to just deploy troops anywhere he wants to for, what is it, like 60 or 30 days without congressional approval?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's exactly. There's also the War the War Powers Act covers some of that stuff. But again, everyone's like, some of the degree of the president can do is blah 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 blah, and it's like, nah. There's a rule called the Insurrection Act. That was a set of laws that had governed the ability of the president to deploy troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. Go figure. The Insurrection Act. Talk to Sergeant Major Google about that. And if you really want to get involved, go into U.S. Code 10, Title 10, paragraphs 331 through 335. I always have to talk to soldiers about that fucking shit because they go, "Your president can't do that." Because Joe's like to fucking, "Your president can't do." Don't inject politics when it comes to the military shit because they'll still. It's almost like, that one rule, that one UCMJ article that you can get busted for, cattle rustling. Which has obviously been written for fucking when we had cattle and shit like that, right? When we involved. And yes, if somebody got busted for cattle rustling, there is a provision in the UCMJ to apply it. Well, there's also a law in U.S. law, the Insurrection Act, that will also assist. It's almost like he found the loopholes. Well, actually, all presidents have the loopholes. So, again, deploy troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. The Insurrection Act. Brought to you by Title 10, U.S. Code. So, everyone's like, "You can't do that, you can't do this." No. He can do that. Now, again, it's different from posse comitatus. Posse comitatus is fucking different. So, the lawyers go back and go back and forth or whatever. But again, you can't do that. You can't use, U.S. forces for police act. But a rebellion, though, somebody liking to throw some rebellion and shit, Yeah, the president may employ the armed forces who include the National Guard in federal service to restore public order and enforce the laws of the United States as a result of a national disaster, epidemic, or other serious public health emergency, terrorist attack, incident, or other conditions in any state or possession of the U.S. President of the United States. Determines this.
Oh, kind of like after 9/11 when you saw all the National Guard guys chilling outside the airport. And
Bingo, exactly that. Domestic violence has occurred in such an extent that the constituted authorities of the state are incapable of maintaining public order. So if the cops or any federal agency are unable to attain some sort of order within their policies of their state, then treason can come in there. So
oh, no, I'm not gonna get into that.
No, go ahead, get into it. Go ahead. This is
Okay. For instance, way back, St. Louis, I think it was when they had all those riots and the police were having a hard time in Baltimore. That have constituted that, I guess.
Well,
the National Guard showing up.
Funny that you mentioned that. The National Guard were there at a standby, but the governors and the commanders there were afraid to use them due to the fact that they didn't want to have them used because it would look bad on them to have them used in those cities.
Okay.
I would have been that rogue National Guard commander that I would just had 1151s just flying through the fucking crowds and shit. I'd have just been rolling through up armored fucking Humvees and shit, just rocking and fucking rolling. So, but anyways. Oh, okay. Well, we just got a notification of a test that we were trying to do. We were trying to broadcast something from 30,000 feet in the air, and it won't let. It won't work. We're trying to. So we're more to follow. Yeah. More to follow. So, anyways, so going back to what I was saying, puppies. What are you talking about? Am I missing something about puppies? Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's in the Facebook Live chat going off about puppies. I think Spanky's going off. So remember, it has to hinder the execution of the laws of the state. So if the state is saying, we need to do this, we do that. Now, you know, I was thinking about this when it came to the Second Amendment again. I'm sorry. I keep bringing back my Second Amendment support because, you know, I declared my allegiance, you know, to supporting the Second Amendment.
I was there for that.
Yeah. I think you were. Yeah, I think you were there for that earth and ear shattering fucking night when I was just going completely unhinged about it. It's kind of hard what you if you're saying your government's fascist and you're telling them to take guns away, that's fascist, but you want that same fascist government to do something about what you're saying is fascist, if that makes any sense.
No, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the whole concept of that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, everyone likes to talk shit about support of the president and all that stuff. Exactly that, David. The president can declare illegals a national emergency and declare martial law on the border. He can. However, a lot of so again, going back to it hinders the execution of laws or state within that state of possession or any part of a class of its people is deprived. Any class of its people is deprived of the right, privilege, or immunity or protection in the name of the Constitution secured by law, then that's what the constituted authorities of the state in possession are unable to fail or refuse to protect that right. Meaning, because there's already enforcement down there, the state can say that they are doing that already, and that if they've not done that. And it's not really so much the state. I think these guys are really fucking need to be careful what really is happening, because I don't know in case you notice that securing the country isn't racist by any means. Securing the country, just like I don't know, when a Russian airplane flies over Alaska and gets too close, that's not racist. That's kind of protecting our airspace.
It's called national security.
Yeah, exactly. I mean that little, I don't know, that little minor detail. So again, the Congress now though has to be notified, of course, when he exercises the authority, as saying, hey, look, you know, this is what I'm going to do, whatever. So this is just the use of the armed forces in major public emergencies. So then it goes back and forth to interference with state and federal law. Now here's the thing that everyone likes to talk shit. How about the Second Amendment? So the president, by using the militia or armed forces, because the framers and the forefathers did not know how far our military would be organized or that bore from the militia. So if you think about it,
I'm gonna get ready to put it down right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly right, Dave. That's why liberals get so angry, because they literally are a contradiction. They contradict. So interference with state and federal law. This is going back to what I was saying. The president, by using the militia or the armed forces, beginning because the militia was at the time the formation of such structured organized forces. So the Second Amendment says what? What does the first part of the Second Amendment say?
In order to maintain a well-regulated militia.
There you go. So that could be that is translated to me as the same thing with state law and the Constitution is the military, right? That's what a well-regulated militia means. It's not the populace, because what's after that comma? The right
of the people's.
I
can't even say it.
The right of the people to bear arms should not be infringed. Should not be infringed, right? So that's the second part of that sentence. So the well-organized militia is the militia. So if we keep going back to the militia and we keep going back to the right of the people, those are two separate entities. So along with U.S. Code, the president, by using the militia or armed forces, because at the time The United States government, when it was pre-formed, did not know that it would be advanced to form a armed force or military. So at the time, its only sovereign, I guess you would say, method of protecting itself or well-regulated militia was the militia. So in this term of law, the president, by using the militia or the armed forces or both, by any other means, shall take such measures he considers necessary to suppress in a state or any insurrection, domestic violence, unlawful combination, or conspiracy, if it hinders the execution of the laws of that state. Or the United States, within that state, or any part of the class that is secured by law. What people aren't understanding is that if for you to unwrap that's why I always go back to the Second Amendment. If you try to unwrap the meaning of the Second Amendment, it will also pull like a yarn on a sweater, and it'll just keep unraveling because you're going to be unraveling a lot of other laws.
So what you're saying though is like with this whole thing too is that if the president wanted to, he could just like round up a bunch of random Joe Schmoes and put them on the border with their weapons and guard the border.
Well,
is that
by using other militia or by any other means?
Yes.
Listen to the
so
law.
I mean, like,
So
I'm just
section-
like
so
saying,
listen-
hey,
so
you get a
listen
knock
to-
on the door, be like, hey, I need you on the border now.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha.
So the president, by using the militia or the armed forces or both or by any other means. So he
there you go.
There you go. The by any other means.
Any other means means a lot of things. Though.
Exactly that. Well,
Like,
they left it open to that in the event that the militia, the armed forces, or both, were fucked up. So that way, Pookie and Ice, while they're conducting sergeant's time, would get a knock on the door, and it could be members of the Defense Department, and say, "All right, guys, come on. Any other means." We need to consider a suppression in any state or any insurrection, domestic violence, or unlawful combination. So the states, of course, let them do states do the states, and it doesn't fucking matter. I could care less. But again, I'm just telling you the way I have looked it up and checked it out. But yeah, ice bath time. What does that mean? Hey, what's up, Pete? So anyways, again, if you want to, I think would be an awesome, you're right, there'd be an awesome owl rack to put out if you were in the National Guard. All of a sudden you're looking on your AKO and you see a freaking, you'll see a hi, would you like to join the border? Would you like to assist the President of the United States in protecting our borders? Dial 1-800, go get them or something like that. I don't know. Or have an application.
Go get them.
Yeah, like the SFAB or something, how they had like a big marketing push. Do the same thing. Market it like the SFAB to go down to the border and you can do it. Now, again, everyone stop picking pepper out of fly shit when I was talking about the fucking Second Amendment and also the crap and attaching it to. I'm not talking about Heller. I'm not talking about any other constitutional or non-constitutional cases. I'm talking about right now the law that is so written according to U.S. Code 10. So don't freaking. And I'm talking about, again, the Posse Comitatus Act, the Insurrection Act, and so don't freaking don't give me some autistic screeching right now just because I'm discussing what the law is written, because that's what everyone's freaking out at me about.
I keep hearing
yeah, just have to keep it like that's not. I'm talking about what is written in the law. I'm not talking about case precedents or whatever, or who abandoned through some fucking case loophole or whatever, and why the president could or could not do this. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about what was written. And what is the president's authority right now to discuss what is used of the militia, right? Because a well-regulated militia, that thing.
Yeah, necessary to secure safety.
Yeah. I'm just saying that, or by any other means, a well-regulated militia. So that's what everyone fails to look at when they read that to interpretation. At least myself, being of English of second language, even I fucking understand that. That's what that means.
Apparently, clear backpacks are in the Fourth Amendment now.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly that. Yeah, exactly. Hold on to your Tide Pods, because now clear backpacks are now fucking, illegal. You can't have them. Who cares? What's up, Heath? Yeah, come to the border now. Serve your president. The need to border intensifies. So again, I'm going only purely speaking about this action right now. This request that the president is throwing out to the states, the border states, to have National Guard troops. Now, if we really want to peel back the onion, we've been doing it already. So it's not like it's anything new. You're not fucking. What's up, Heath? You're not. What's up, Brandon? You're not talking about anything. You're not shocking the world. You're not giving me any new surprises by saying, well, the National Guard's on the border. Well, no, it's they're there. They've always been there. So everyone can stop about what the president can and can't do because it's been happening since Clinton was there, since Clinton was involved. Probably a little earlier than that. So everyone says, oh, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. Now, just recently was the assassination of Martin Luther King. So we're talking now we're talking about the use of the Insurrection Act. The President Eisenhower used the 101st to restore order in Little Rock, Arkansas, when he called National Guard to prevent black children from entering Central High School. Now, he said, okay, you're gonna allow this to fucking happen. So you can kind of see some of the stuff where it was skirted. Use of armed forces in major public emergencies again, where we keep talking about that stuff to restore order, domestic violence.
Katrina was another one of those things.
Katrina was the other one. Then Katrina had fucking special operations guys, the 82nd, 101st, the Coast Guard. They had a lot of people involved. So what? You can only say that you can only use the military to help people out, but you can't use the military to secure people and all sorts of shit. Who cares? Yeah, back exactly that. Back in the day. So.
Yeah, that happened before most of these kids even realized it happened. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly that. There you go, Shane. There's some exactly that. Fucking Bush did send some people down. And Clinton actually was more involved in the drug enforcement aspect of using DEA because he was the one that ensured that if you saw. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. You played Grand Theft Auto, the new one, and you fly around in the Annihilator, which is a Black Hawk that's got a yellow stripe down the side of it, a gold stripe on it. That is, believe it or not, is an actual copy of the DEA helicopters back in the 90s that they used to enforce drug interdiction back in the day. So it was more of it was more back and forth with the use of the federal agencies, but they were giving those programs. So you're right, true, Shane. It was no shit. They used that stuff too. Breitbart's got an article on it. Well, members of WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF members have done it. So I don't use Breitbart to describe the actions of what's happened. I'm also going by the one of those things about the law I just wrote. So if you guys want to check it out, the law according to ICE. No, just kidding. I didn't write the law. But again, if you read over the Insurrection Act and you read the difference between that, U.S. Code 10, Chapter 15, if you look at that, because as you get higher in rank, you have to understand that type of shit. When all the schools you got to go to and understand that stuff, so that way you know the employment and what you can and can't do and all that. Should we have our National Guard troops down there unleashed and all that shit? Like you're saying, hey, look, fuck that. You're out here by yourself. You're now going to be. You're only going to be supported by the Border Patrol, only in admin functions. I think that would probably be a better mission for us. What better way to train ourselves to fight in fucking Iraq and Syria than to go down there and fucking,
well, hell yeah.
That would be the ultimate pre-deployment exercise, right? 6 months down.
That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, I've been in the desert. I wouldn't mind being in the desert again, except in my own home turf.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 3rd Brigade went to El Paso. Exactly. Well, I mean, but that's El Paso. Well, what Heath? They went down there to what? To go go downtown or some shit like that, or did they go down there and actually do shit? You know what I mean? Everyone likes to go back and forth, and forget that the authorities of what the president can and cannot have when deploying the National Guard or U.S. military armed forces down there. Just like there was a post on U.S. Army WTF Moments, there was a Reaper that had, and it was named Liberal Tears. Everybody flipped the fuck out and said it was a Photoshop thing, and we don't obviously. U.S. Army WTF Moments sourcing policy is they don't reveal sources, but it was legit because generally it gets sourced, 3 different angles of the same bird. So it did say that. What do you think they use those things for here? What do you think they practice them on? You know what I mean? But
I see those drones flying all over the place all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're starting to come commonplace. Yeah, I personally, again, I don't mind it. What better method to go out there and, you know what? At least we know we're using our soldiers and our service members for a fucking cause that is legit to us. We're not going over to.
Yeah, this is better than being over in fucking Syria and shit.
Yeah, think about it. You are basically I don't know, swearing to defend the Constitution of the United States. But it means foreign and domestic.
Domestic.
Yeah. Foreign and foreign and domestic. Because foreign and domestic, that kind of like rings true with foreign and domestic.
I would much rather my troops be here doing their job than over there doing someone else's job.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about it. When you think about it, though, you're helping a partner agency, the Department of Homeland Security. You're helping the Border Patrol. Huh? You know what I mean? Border Patrol. They're Americans. They're just like us. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Those guys out there. I don't know if you ever. I know some Border Patrol people and. Woo, man. They've been out in the desert too long.
That heat will start frying your brain after a while.
I was about to say, man. They got they don't have the 1,000-yard stare. They have the stare. There's no. They just some good peeps. Don't get me wrong.
It's borderline symptoms of heat stroke.
Yeah, exactly, dude. How come you always got fucking? Exactly that. But again, we're doing that, and we're supporting we're doing this in our country, within our borders, using our soldiers for our interests. We're not doing this because we're trying to save somebody who's unappreciative of us being deployed in their country. We're not doing this.
That sounds so patriotic.
Oh, I'm sorry. But anyways, my dearest Jessica, hang on, I gotta cue the music. You know what music I'm about ready to play. I got to break out my Civil War tunes. Oh, man.
Whew.
Mm-hmm. Oh. There we go.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, hang on. Here we go. Yeah, so. Today, I sat on the border. Sweat in my eyes, sand stinging my face. I can't stop doing this with a straight face. Oh, man.
There I was, standing next to my whiskey still.
Exactly. There I was, sitting next to a cactus, was Pookie. Sitting on a rock in the middle of the desert. Asking me, Ice, what was it like here back in the day?
I can't do it, man.
I know. I can't do it like this. Joe says it right. No oil, no interest. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think everyone's kind of getting fed up with going to the Middle East. I kind of think that, it seems like every time Duffel Blog throws out a story about us being in the Middle East, our generals and leadership say they almost parrot. Yeah, there's still hope after almost 20 years of combat in Afghanistan. The Taliban might be coming around.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean? They always fucking say that.
Damn, let's see, when did I sign up? I signed up back in 2000 time frame. We still got a war going on over there,
yeah, dude.
These kids are getting out of high school, can enlist and go back over there. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, look, we're done. I mean, we're tired. I mean, you're asking us to go. Look, if you're gonna ask us to go out and do some of this shit, then at least unfuck the VA, or stop firing people. You know what I mean, or something. Get the systems down right, so that way our veterans can get taken care of before you just start sending them everywhere, and get some leadership that will at least fucking understand that when we break soldiers and all that, you're not going to throw them out within a fucking year. So right now, that's been the water cooler talk lately. Is soldiers are now afraid to fucking say anything hurts on them, because they're afraid they're going to get thrown out. Because
been like that, well, for a while now, though.
Yeah, but it just fucking, it's one of those things that, yeah, exactly, Joe. Fucking, if you sign up in 2003 and we're still in Afghanistan, dude, and then back and forth on Iraq.
I had this epiphany.
Oh.
Like, if we ever had to do like jungle combat, that the sand like clinging to us would dry the land out.
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. If we were to do, we've been so busy fighting sand people, and we were going to the fucking, to the jungle. Shit, we'd be fucked. What if Vietnam kicked up again? What's up, Jay? Ready?
Today in the year 2000 and 1800 year, Lord, we was down on the border of the Mexico-Texas border. We built a wall, a high wall, a divine wall.
You play the music.
And we jumped on our steeds and we crossed that, and we were in the desert for too long. Scorpions crawled up our thighs, our frothy, wanting thighs. There was no woman for miles, but there was the coyotes.
What's up, man?
Oh, I was just in the shower. I turned it off. Let me turn it back on. I was just listening. Y'all have a good night.
All right, you too.
you played the music to summon him.
That's how you get Yukon Cornelius, man. You fucking. That's how you get them. That's how you get them on. You fucking play that Civil War music, and the next thing you know, people start coming out like crazy. No, but again, if you're going to deploy us, if you're going to deploy the fuck out of us, then at least unfuck the services that are required to assist us. Then I support you all you want, because you got service members right now, like I was saying. The water cooler talk right now is that nobody wants to admit that they're fucking hurt now, and anything, behavioral health or physical now, because the sergeant major put the scare and the heebie-jeebies on everybody. That you're gonna get put out for no reason whatsoever.
Go ahead and put me out for being busted, but that's like proof right there.
Yeah, but you busted me,
like,
or at least maybe
benefits.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. At least get the VA shit squared away. Stop firing people. Fuck, I don't even know who's in the government anymore. Could you? I got a sergeant major friend. I got a sergeant major friend who's told me that he stopped asking, because of all the firings and shit. He stopped asking board questions on civilian leadership.
Damn.
Because he just says it just fucking change. The soldiers, hell, even he said, he's like, fuck, even I can't even keep up on who.
I was about to say that.
He's like, I don't even,
That's a nightmare board question. Who's the FBI director today?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Who's the secretary of the VA? Which time? You know what I mean? Sergeant Major, which time was he there? It was Dan Shokin. And then you start. No, what it was that there was a board question that was asked, and he had said, I can't remember what it was. It was a cabinet member who was the secretary of something, and the kid said this, and then Sergeant Major goes, yeah, okay, cool, and then First Sergeant said, no, Sergeant Major, it's now so-and-so. He's like, what do you mean it's so-and-so? He's like, yeah, now it's this guy. Yes, he said frothy thighs. So he's like, they was going back and forth, so they said, the Sergeant Major said, fuck it, I'm not asking anymore. Because, they ask current events. Sergeant Majors usually ask the current events portion, or ask the chain of command shit, or whatever. So
Sergeant Major always asks the questions that would throw you off your fucking chain.
Exactly.
What's the secret sauce?
Exactly. How many times, how many can you describe the Big Mac? You know what I mean? So he said he just stopped asking. It's hard to ask somebody a fucking board question on any of the cabinet leadership when motherfuckers are getting fired left and right. I don't have inside knowledge on why they got fired, and I'm in the military. So again, the individuals that are reporting that say they have insiders and they're insiders of this and insiders of that, I think they just shut up because they don't know why.
They don't know.
They don't know. What's up, Al? What's up, Doc Mattis? But again, it's just one of those things to where I don't know. No, I mean, it sucks. So I'm done. I'm tired of seeing sand. Don't get me wrong. I don't like the Pacific type of island tropical shit. I only can tolerate it so much. Because I am.
Antarctica. That's where we need to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because yeah, exactly. We need to deploy to freaking. No, but going down to South America or something like that. I've been to several locales of Spanish speaking or other type of language speaking areas, and our kids are tired. Our kids are tired.
Well, you brought up a good question.
What's that?
So if we focus more on like South America, Central America with our military, do you think we'd have this issue we're having right now?
Oh my God, it'd be far worse. You got to remember, we got Hezbollah that's down in fucking South America. We got fucking, Marxist like governments that are fucking falling left and right and being socialistic. I'm gonna answer your question in a minute, Brandon. There's a lot of, in other words, there's too much going on. And if you thought fucking Iraq was bad, you got to remember anything that we do there will cause a refugee crisis here. So if you go to Venezuela, and we've been involved with the Colombian drug war forever and a fucking day, anyways, if you want to call it a drug war, but we've been involved in Colombia for a while, military and federal agencies. So we've been trying to stifle a lot. However, you think about this. If we start think about this. We deploy a fucking unit down to fucking Venezuela while all this shit's happening. Where do you think all these refugees are going to go? They ain't going to disappear in the jungles. They're all going to jump.
It will into Mexico.
It'll go into Mexico and come into us. So,
if we build the wall first.
Well, exactly that. If we build a good enough wall, and we have National Guard troops on the border, and here's my family's going to go nuts right now. We have some mines, and then we have A-10s. Since you want to retire the A-10s, you can still have contracted A-10s flying back and forth over the border, doing some strafing runs, and just use that as a target practice for deployment. So if you use the DMZ and I'll call the DMZ as a range, or extend ranges that are already there in New Mexico and in Arizona, then you have no problem. The reason why a lot of the areas were closed off was due to the fact that illegal Aryans were crossing into those areas and were getting bombed on. So.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly that, Ross. Exactly that. They still have commies for mommy going through the jungles to fight communist guerrillas. Sounds like the BC. Okay, so Brandon asks, what the hell did the Sergeant Major or whoever said about getting kicked out? Okay, currently right now, reports from the United States Army's Sergeant Major's Academy and Center for NCO Leadership and Non-Commissioned Officer Center of Excellencies, and grass stay offers and PT belt enforcers, or as you know how they say, you have ANOC, you have BNOC, and now you have knock-lock is what these kids what the guys are calling them.
Knock-lock?
Yeah, because NCO knock-lock. So because they're laughing at the Center of Excellence term, because now everything's a Center of Excellence. You get a Center of Excellence. You get a Center of Excellence. You get a Center of Excellence. You know what I mean? So the Sergeant Major of the Army, he said to a bunch of sergeants major, and the candidates or attendees of said Leadership Center of Excellence course, said that if you are on profile for more than fucking 12 months and you have an extremity profile, then you are out. You're gone. The VA will take care of you. The America will take care of you. And
yeah, we don't want that.
We don't. That's what he said. So, and I'm thinking, okay. And then in its ultimate in irony, extreme ultimate in irony, then the Sergeant Major of the Army put out, hey, now we need recruiters. So all you guys are recruiters, don't get the guys that are getting ready to deploy, inferring non-deployables. Get non-deployables. Wait a minute. The same non-deployables that you plan on throwing out. So let me pull up my notes right here. Hang on. Let me actually.
I'm so confused right now, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah. Okay, so this is what happened. Sergeant Major of the Army visited the Sergeant Major's Academy, and okay, here's some Sergeant Major tidbits. This is what I got from sources of at Knotlock, and so if you have a profile for a lower extremity and you were excluded from assignment, then you're going to get put out. If you do not have platoon sergeant or first sergeant time, you will not get a CSM job. Non-deployables, the Army will take care of you as a civilian. Non-deployable for 12 months, process for separation. Ortho doctors will go down to the battalion level. And, of course, the new APFT will be no alternate events because we chapter soldiers out who failed the APFT by 1 second, but we keep people that can't even do the event. So he says that's not fair, which is kind of, true. Which, of course, no big deal. But again, he's saying that if you have a profile that keeps you non-deployable for 12 months, you're out. You're gone. See you. You're done. The days of you having a permanent profile and not being able to deploy are over. Now, mind you, again, in utter irony, sheer Sergeant Major irony, he sent out a message saying that don't give me your deployables. Give me your non-deployables to do this recruiting thing, because now USAREC is so short recruiters that are unable to meet their requirements, or they're saying they're unable because of it. So now there's a lot of kids who
that's instant karma at that point.
It is at that point. It is. I think it's fucking hilarious. But anyways, images.
Because I've said since that whole thing got put out, like granted, there's some soldiers who can't soldier, but there's soldiers who can do support jobs.
Correct, and that's
what I've been saying.
That's the exact reason why I think that you got between 25 and 75,000 non-deployables. No accurate number has been discussed, again, because Sergeant Major of the Army testified 24,000, but he's telling the rest of the Army there's 75. So times, I guess, must have fucking increased, or must have been more people broken.
Moore's law.
Yeah, whatever. So he's correct. I mean, why would you want to have somebody who is in a front line or a deployed unit who's broken who can't deploy? Obviously, that's a waste of space, right? However, if you're asking for recruiters and you're saying don't get deployables, give me your non-deployables, you're kind of sending the wrong message to the rest of the Army. So, anyways.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, we gotta take a break. Thanks.
Ooh. Yeah. Wow, that went fast.
Yeah, we're just sitting there shooting the shit. Song coming up. Where's Doc? Where's Doc Derek? Doc Derek us to ask, hey, what song you got? What song is playing? So I'm playing 3 songs, and I'm playing one with Rail Broken. I'm playing one from June Wolfsburg, and I'm playing Assume We Survive, Contact Left. Everybody's like, what song is that?
Very specific.
Yeah, no, I have to be, because everyone's like, play it song again. Is that Freedom Rock? Turn it up. So anyways, we'll be right back. We'll take a break. Ice and Pooks on Sergeant's Time Shots.
Hungry for another taste. You stumble around the time you waste, and your table's overturned. Sooner or later you crash, then you burn. I think I wanna die tomorrow. And are you gonna be with me? I think I wanna die tomorrow, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. Simple ways come and go. Still I love the way you turn me on. But I just can't find the words, 'cause everything I say sounds so absurd. I think I wanna die tomorrow. Tired of being
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger-qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
And we're back for part 2 of Sergeant's Time this 5 April 2018, broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. Faster than a fucking Tide Pod and more clear than a backpack on a high schooler. We're back. So what's going on, guys? Anyways, going back to what we're talking about. What we said we're going to talk about now? Dude, my memory's going. You know, TBI shit.
Yeah, it happens too.
What were we talking about? See what happens when you got two veterans that have been blasted in the head. You kind of like forget what you were going to talk about. Oh,
man.
What
were we going to talk about?
What were we going to talk about? Holy shit. I really don't. Man. Holy crap.
Oh, the last thing I remember was something about Central and South America. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Fuck. Well, shucky darn and slap them chickens. Hey, we're also joined by the Owl. What's up, Owl?
Hey, what's up, Ice?
Holy shit, dude, you're coming in clear and owl-like. I mean, damn. That's no pun, right? Oh, wait. Hang on. See, I keep fucking it up. Hang on, let me go back here.
You've been forgetting your sounds, man.
Dude, man, I'm off my fucking sound effects today, man. Usually I have sound effects queued up and all that stuff to running along with my fucking jokes and all that, but man, I just hang on.
Have you had a day also?
Yeah. There we go. There we go. I'm joined by Al today, WTFNationRadio.com shaman. Making sure he's here to provide us the mental, holistic quietness that brings us to our minds and providing you great entertainment to the veteran and active duty community. And thank you, John. Thank you, Al. There we go.
I don't know. That sounds like a good day for violence right there.
Oh, man, I feel better now. I feel a lot better now. My effects were just totally whacked out. So anyways, we're back. Thank you all for joining us. We totally appreciate you attending formation today. Anyways, dude, what was I gonna talk about? Shit. Oh yeah, we were talking about the PT standards and we're talking about how Sergeant Major of the Army is scaring the shit out of everybody. I second all comments about that has to do with any type of debate back and forth. Always welcome. If you guys want to, what are you gonna talk about? We're talking about hi Anna, welcome to the chat. Welcome to join us in the chat. I don't know, someone's talking about some stuff. Somebody's Cinderella in. I don't know what's happening here, but anyways, going back to what we're discussing about the profile stuff and about the recruiters. Hey, look, what better person to fuck, dude? I'm totally fucking pissed off. Not pissed off, but I'm just like really drawing a blank. What the hell are we gonna talk about for the second hour?
Well, I mean, we can get back into the whole thing. Is like why I kick a soldier out that has like 10 years of experience with like splitting cable, because all he knows is splitting cable, you know, and then you kick his ass out because his leg is messed up.
Yeah,
but he does a good job.
But
Or we can talk about meditation. I'd gladly walk you through a couple meditations, help you calm. It's centered enough to where you can remember what you were going to talk about.
Anyways. No, I'm like literally, dude. This is like
border security. I don't know.
No,
like
dude, I'm
really
drew a fucking blank about what was going on with the. Holy shit! Holy crap! This is like really fucked up. Normally I'm on my game when it comes to my subjects, but for some reason now, holy shit, dude.
We were talking about borders.
Yeah, we're talking about borders.
I presented the question about Central America, and you're like, "Oh, that's fucked up shit. We don't want to do that." And then we went to break. That's the last thing I remember.
Oh yeah, the fact that did you guys talk about Trump wanting to put the National Guard on the border?
Yeah, we just talked about that. We went over that. Yeah, we beat that fucking dead horse like crazy.
Okay.
So I was just kind of like, we were about ready to go into something else that had something to do with it, and then all
the
this,
recruiters. It was something to do with USAREG.
Yeah. No, we're just.
Oh God.
Yeah, it just fucking threw me the fuck off, man. This is unfucking real. I'm just like, holy crap. So yeah, what's up? How come you're not shamming me right now with understanding what's going on? You know what I'm saying? How come you got to be like that? Al, what's up with that?
The audience should be ripping us to shreds right now because we should be knowing what we're talking about.
Exactly. Thank you, Al.
Right when it came on, and I was listening to you right before I jumped in, you guys were talking about the fact that the sergeant major of the Army was having all his back and forth about saying people were going to have to get out. Well, why the hell wasn't he going to go ahead and just let the guys who were on profile do the job?
Yeah.
And that's when I came in.
Yeah, fuck it. Anyways, all right. Yeah, so I guess that whatever says something. So we're just gonna go ahead and just talk about some other stories then. Anyways, so so did you guys hear about that chaplain who got fired, who was having sex in a New Orleans bar? Did you hear about that?
Yes.
Yes.
So apparently, a chaplain was fired after he was caught having sex in a New Orleans bar. Now he was, the person that was there at the bar. So he was dismissed. Captain Nofton Thornton was dismissed for loss in trust and confidence of the Marine Corps Reserve Center, and was ultimately canned for for having some sort of rendezvous inside the place. So he was removed from his post in Marine Corps Command last month after he was videotaped having sex with a woman in a New Orleans bar, because I guess he didn't realize that having sex with a woman is bad. So the Marine Corps Times, oh wow, we got this from the Marine Corps Times, first reported that the removal of Navy Captain Lofton was for loss and trust and confidence. And friggin'.
So it's against the law for a chaplain to have sex?
Yeah, that's my question. Okay, yeah, maybe it was public and public indecency or whatever you want to call it, and so maybe you give him a reprimand, but really kicking him?
Well, so here's what happened. Sioux defense officials reported that the authorities were examining video that was showing him having sex with a woman at the Crown and Anchor English pub. Not giving him a shout out, but if you want to get some
shots,
if you want to woo 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 at the fucking Crown and Anchor English pub in Algiers Point. Don't throw in the plug. The bar's located across from it's near the Marine Corps Reserve Center in Algiers where he was stationed. So the bar told the owner of the bar said he was cooperating with authorities but not comment further. That's messed up, dude. That's messed up. The reporter
he straight up boned a girl.
Now think about it. Now, hang on. The paper reported that Thornton had been a Navy chaplain since 1992. And Marine Forces Reserve takes these allegations against any of our Marines or sailors seriously. And this is what Andrew Aranda, the Marine Forces Reserve spokesman, told Marine Corps Times for his dismissal. Now, the dude's a chaplain, okay? He was a chaplain. He's not like a priest or anything. You know what I mean? What do chaplains do? Are chaplains, you know what I mean, in a bar? Now, here's the thing. How many times have you walked into a bar in New Orleans and have seen things in New Orleans and in a bar? Are you gonna report? Do you see that shit? How many times have you seen things happen? Hell, how many things you've seen happen in the local dive of people going at it in the bar, and no one says anything, right? Do you think the guy got blue falconed?
So this should be like a heads up for Joe's, be careful what you do in a bar because people are recording you.
Well, that's one of the things, but I mean, think about it. Well, think what happened.
To me okay, fine. What did they hanging him on?
Well, he's removed from. He was removed from his position. A chaplain being removed from a command is a big deal because they're there to provide, you know, they're there to provide the you know, the mental and morale, whatever chaplains do in the command, right?
So saith the Lord.
So saith the Lord.
To become a chaplain in the first place, see, I know about a little bit about this because my dad was actually a minister, and he had thought about becoming a chaplain. And not only do you have to become a minister, you then have to petition the church that you're with. In other words, if you're Presbyterian or what, in other words, whichever group you're with, you have to petition them, and then they petition the service that you want to go into, and then they have to see if there's too many Methodists or if there's too many Presbyterians or whatever. Then you have to fit into that slot.
Yeah, but he's not a. You know, my point being is that he's a chaplain, not a priest. You know what I mean? He's not.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't found with an underage girl or a dead underage boy. He was freaking. He was a chaplain, you know, and you know, was he on reserve status or was he not on reserve status? Do you know what I mean? Because when you fall in the reserve category, it's different. When you're a reservist, you fall under different codes of conduct. When you're, you know, because you know, I know reservists that grow fucking full beards before they fucking pull, you know, before they go on reserve duty, and then they shave and then all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what the hell? I really kind of go back in the day when he was thinking about it. He came in, what was 92 or something like that? Yeah, he's been a chaplain since 1992. So he came in as a chaplain in 1992. He's been a chaplain for 1992. What is the chaplain standards of chaplaining? What chaplain standards do they have? Is it kind of like our standards of what we think? Because you know, when you think, I don't know what. You know, men of the cloth, women of the cloth can't go out and, you know.
Yeah. And that's just the question is what, see, you sit there and say, okay, they put him out because he was having sex in, okay, did he throw her on the table and were they going at it in front of everybody? Were they kissing? What do they consider the standards of sex?
Well, apparently, he was videotaped, obviously. If he was videotaped, then, hey, if you work at the Crown and Anchor English Club, give us a call.
Yeah, I'm curious now.
Yeah, I'm curious because I got questions. Because if he's first off, he was videoing first off, he was videotaped having sex with a woman at the bar. How was he videotaped? What was it? The security camera? Was it somebody holding up a cell phone? And from that point, what is it? Who ratted him out? If you've been to a bar. I've seen finger play and shit happening in a bar with people who want to do an affair. I mean, come on,
on the club, on the dance floor,
yeah,
you see
exactly.
that shit all the time.
Exactly. Crown and Anchor English Club at Algiers Point in New Orleans. Come on, dude. It's New Orleans. You're gonna see some voodoo shit going on over there. No offense to voodoos, but I'm just saying. But the bar is located across the Mississippi River, across from the French Quarter. Man, you don't need to be freaking. Man, I tell you what, if I was investigating and I found chicken bones on my freaking in front of my door when I walked out, I would drop the investigation. I'd reinstate him back into the. You know what I mean? You why?
I gotta just drop some chicken wing bones.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Fuck that. No way, dude. Hell no, dude. That's scary shit.
Pookie was just eating chicken wings right out in front of your house.
Oh,
dropping a whole investigation.
Exactly. Investigator Ice, what happened? Why did you all of a sudden drop all the charges? I don't know. I opened up my front door and there's Miss Cleo going, "Tell me now about your new reported investigation," and that was it. I was done. Not doing it. Tell me about this investigation you doing. Oh, hell no. Fuck that. Find a cat stabled to my fucking front door. Fuck that. No way, dude. I ain't fucking with that shit. So what? So do we draw the line of whose business it is? Because in case you hadn't noticed, the military is slowly losing control of your business. Now, you're now starting to, now commanders are now trying to, they're trying to maintain the 1950s, 1940s lifestyle, 1960s lifestyle, 70s. They're trying to maintain their level of disciplining without, going back. There are some things that I would like to have done to soldiers as a first sergeant that were of circa 1940s. However, yeah, it would have been. I would have been thrown in jail. So exactly that. There was probably another chaplain that wanted to get some woo and then saw the girl and got jealous and got some hate, and then got the became the all of a sudden now he's a Boy Scout and got busted. And now all of a sudden all that. First off, who was following the chaplain inside the bar to fucking catch him doing this shit? You know what I mean? It just kind of like
the questions start adding up.
yeah, dude. Yeah, it's just like you're walking. It's like you're in a fucking orgy and you get you part of the orgy and you get pissed off because something hit you in the face and you didn't like it. You know what I mean? Just come on, dude. You're just like.
So this is why these blacklists start showing up. Like it's like a business. Like if the business did record the video and then send it out, they shot themselves in the foot because now guess what?
He could sue.
You lost. You got business. You lost business lawsuit.
How could you? I'd file a lawsuit. You violated my Fourth Amendment rights. Wait, you violated my clear plastic my clear backpack rights.
Mm-hmm. But there was no clear pack involved with that.
I mean, the real question is: were they doing out in right there where everybody can see? Were they in a bathroom and someone? Did they get security cameras? Where were they? And what? I mean, there's just Buki. There's way too many questions.
There is a lot of questions here. There's a lot of questions. Hey, Crown and Anchor English Pub, give us a call for 1589-8367. Ashley, hang on. Crown and and Anchor.
He's gonna call
English Pub. The last time I did this, the page is not available anymore.
Interesting.
That's an interesting problem.
Damn. Okay. So today on Sergeant's Time, we were trying to call about the standards in New Orleans. The link was broken. Give me a number.
404 error.
Yeah, give me a phone number. I want to know details now. Hang on. This is an atrocity. We need to know. We demand answers.
It's starting to not add up. There's no link to the website.
There's no link to the website, and there's no. This is starting to become a. I'm detecting some serious.
J Reddy sent 504.
Hang on.
227.
Hey, let me let me look it up. Jesus Christ. Let me. Dang. Hang on. Let me read it. Let me look
Just
up.
drop it down.
It's 504. Hang on. Let me see.
Reach it in your pocket with like one of them roll of dimes, just slapping it on the ground. At that point.
Let me see. All right, let's see if we can do this. Let me see. It's not adding me. It's not letting me call. That's really weird. I like to call, please. I like to call this number so we can get some atrocities. We need some atrocities to get this atrocities answers, because I want to know. I think it's kind of messed up. Who gave this information? I mean, this guy, he kind of dimed the guy out, man. That's fucking wrong answer. I mean, the guy's getting his guts, doing his thing, hanging out and shit like that. Are we really gonna, you know what I mean? Are we really gonna? Do we really want to get this guy? Do you want to get this guy, the ass and shit for it? I'm just saying.
Well, and that's just, again, unless he was doing something that he could actually be arrested for, as in he wasn't even on a base.
Yeah. Hang on. Inquiring minds want to know. Stand by. You guys be quiet. Yes, I'm calling the. Thank you guys. You guys are freaking. You guys are like all of a sudden dropping the numbers in there. Oh, Body Bag's in there dropping her shit. Haven't seen you in a while in the chat. Yeah, it's not letting me. It's not letting me join the call. Call failed. Let me try this again. Yeah. I got a call failed. You guys see it added in there, right? Can you guys see it in your screens and stuff? You guys should see it in your screens right now. No, it's got taken out. So I did try to call it, and it would not let me. I don't know. You know, we probably got a lot of people calling it too. You know what I mean? Let's see. Yep. Did we not pay the phone bill? Is that what it is? Hang on. Let me try this again.
An atrocity.
It is an atrocity. Okay. We got some dialage going on. Hang on. Stand by. Did we not pay the phone bill? That's weird. That's what I thought, Spanky. You bought fucking snacks with the fucking phone. Is that what it was? We sent you to go pay the phone bill? And you got fucking tacos or some shit?
Were on sale.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Really hungry.
That's what I fucking thought.
There's avocados.
All right, let me try something. Let's see right quick. Napalm sticks to little children, all the children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, they are torches in the night. Oh, I'm sorry, that was my hold. That was my hold music there. My bad. Hang
It's
on.
epic.
Napalm sticks to little children of the world. Hang on, let me see. I'm in one of those moods right now. What a day. Okay.
How about them Yankees?
Yeah, dude. I'm dialing the number right now, and
Crown and Anchor.
Hi, this is Ice from WTF Nation Radio. Can I speak to your boss, please? Hello?
I'm sorry he's not in at the moment. If you want to call back tomorrow, he may be in.
Hey, can you talk to me? You can put us on speaker. We don't care. Oh, I guess not. Well, apparently they didn't want to talk to us. They hung up on WTF Nation Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, man. We'll see what did we not? What's up with that? Was I being polite? I mean, I wasn't being offended to the Krusty Krab, was I? I was being cool, right? I mean,
the Krusty Krab.
No, that was very polite.
I was about to
manners.
say exactly. I
Those are manners.
have my angry phone call Ice script that I have, so that way the front desk tells me not to freaking to get gas and shit. Yeah, hang on. This is an atrocity.
Well, maybe you should have called and said, yes, this is a minister such and such. I'm calling to follow up on.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's exactly that. Fucking Jay Reddy's like, well, I did say WTF Nation Radio, so they always get scared when WTF Nation Radio calls them up. They're probably logging on right now and see if they got they could tell we could join us, but I don't know, it was ringing for a while and then they finally answered. Hi, it's Krusty Krab. Can I talk to you, please? Yeah. You hear the guy in the background. Just tell him to call back tomorrow. Hang on, I'm gonna call back again.
Good management.
Yeah, I'm about to say, can I talk to management? I mean, yeah,
You have to have that one haircut, to talk to your manager.
Exactly. Can I talk to your manager, please? Can I talk to your manager? Hang on, let me see here. Da-da-da-da-da. Deer. Okay, let me go back here and try this again. And I always give individuals the 2-time talk, and if they don't want to talk to me, then maybe I can help out here. Hang on.
Crown and Anchor.
Hi. Hey, I just called you back from the radio station. Is there anybody there that I can speak that's in charge? Like a boss or supervisor? Because I want to talk to you about that guy that got busted there, that chaplain.
Your best.
What? Hello?
Hey, the phone keeps breaking up. That's the problem. I can barely hear you. Hello?
No, I hear you just fine. Hey, we want to call you about the chaplain that got busted there. Hello? Hello? Can you hear us? Oh, man. Man, it blows. Oh, I mean, give us a call. Exactly. Yeah, I think they were doing that on purpose. Hello? Oh, yeah, we could barely hear you. No, you could hear us. Every time we've called, hang on. You know what? This is bullshit. Hang on. This is fucking bullshit, man.
I sense an ice triggering right now.
No, it just makes you mad because, I'm trying to get the truth, trying to get the ground truth because we have questions. I mean, the guy's a chaplain and he's, getting them guts and hanging out and, trying to deliver the word of the Lord. And this is what happens. So I just want to know, I'm not being triggered because I have the owl with me. I'm good to go. We'll be just fine. Hang on, here we go. Say it. Go. So saith the owl. You know what I mean?
So saith.
Okay. Well, again, damn. There was no way. You notice she heard me just fine before, and then all of a sudden, no, there's I can't hear you.
It's like private trick 101 on the radio. Oh my God, RKO trick 101.
Yeah, exactly.
Sir, I can't hear you.
Yeah,
she wasn't even nice enough to do the part. She just said,
exactly.
Hello?
Well, yeah, like J Rady was saying, that she's that damn Louisiana reception in New Orleans. New Orleans. Oh man, whatever. Okay, so yeah, so this is freaking this is an atrocity. This is BS. I think that they owe us a story, or at least questions. Well, oh well, yeah, exactly that. She had crawfish in her ears, so
corn cob.
Yeah, corn cob. Yeah, she had corn. Yeah, she had something in her ears. All right, maybe it was the load. Sorry. I'm sorry. I can. Maybe I can take it back. So, anyways. Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay. Well, hang on. Somebody just said an SDO. Okay, well, fucking drop an SDO's number in the Facebook live chat. Give me somebody who's good. Give me a good SDO. Let's see. Totally going off a fucking script. Yeah, but we haven't done that in a while. And nothing big. Whoever drop. Oh, actually, give me your favorite unit. Let's see.
Never mind.
And we're gonna call 2CR, 3CR. What was it again? What's the unit we always call? We're gonna catch a charge for what? What we catching? We're just asking. We just wanted to know why the chaplain, who dimed the chaplain out, and why were they cooperating with authorities? That's messed up. You know what I mean? You're at Crown Anchor English Pub in Algiers Point neighborhood. That's like I said.
We're journalists. That's our job.
It's
is
our
to
job.
dig for information.
We're trying to get the information out. And come on, the Krusty Krab doesn't want to give us a fucking information. See, I'm already calling your establishment the Krusty Krab.
Come on, guys. There are enough of you out there listening. Someone go over there and start demanding some answers.
Yeah, exactly that.
Shit.
Yeah. Who's banging that bitch on the bottom of the sea? Paplin. Anyway. Exactly that, man. It's some bullshit. It's a snitch. The snitch. Mind your business. You know what I mean? He was videotaped and all that.
MYOB. I say that all the time.
Exactly. Not your business. But not to mention the fact that we could have made that bar chick pretty famous. Does she not know? WTF Nation Radio.
Oh.
Boy, see what's on my WTF moments. We could have.
She could have quit her job and just lived in a mansion somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. The negative mansion with all that negative radio money that we're making. Anyways, so all right.
She could have become wife number 10 for you.
12. Get it right. But anyways, so anyway,
it's all about that fiat.
Yeah, exactly. So going back to what we was talking about, yeah. So it's kind of one of those things where, again, mind your business, and you should be good to go. And you really can't. Everyone's saying she sounded robotic and all sorts of stuff, which is kind of true. She did sound like she was having some issues. Yeah, you guys go ahead and inundate them and say, hey, we were trying to call. What's up with that? Why weren't you answering WTF Nation Radio? I mean, you got 4.7 stars, so at least on Algiers Point, give them a hoot and a holler and say, hey, great place. I hear you like recording somebody. I don't know. Fuck it. See what happens. Yeah, I heard you guys are into filming porn or something like
that. they didn't program their recording technology properly, so it caused cutting.
Yeah, exactly. So, anywho, all right. So, well, we're gonna go ahead and continue on since we were gonna freaking dude. Oh my god, dude! Like almost the top of the hour again.
Woo woo
woo woo woo! Almost top of the hour. We're gonna talk about some shit. Hey, look. Now I know. Okay, this is what we're gonna talk about now. You remember Jay Reddy was talking about in your show, Boogs, on you guys' show. What was it? A few weeks back about that CDC guy that was missing.
Oh yeah. I posted that a while back. Yeah. What happened with him?
They found him. So yeah, they found him. So prepare the
suicide.
Did he get reverse head suicide? I don't know. But we're gonna talk about it in a minute, and we will discuss this. We're gonna take a break right quick. Fuck it. There can be, yes, Barbara, can I get 6 on, yeah, hello, yeah, bartender, can I get 6 on the bayou? I've been imitating Jay Radio a lot lately, so, I like to know, I'm from the South, and, I would like to know, if you could give me some bayou, you know, New Orleans, South, anyways, anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and, freaking, hit the break time, and then, we're only gonna be taking a break for a little bit, and then we'll be back to shoot the shit about the CDC guy found dead. Anyways, yeah, so give us a call, Crown Anchor English Pub. We want to talk to you. 415-889-8367. Shots.
I was
bitches, they love visuals.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
And we're back. Part 3. Yes, that was the owl in the background. Woo-hoo. Yeah, so were we still contacting the Krusty Krab and letting them know what's up?
You know, I was close to saying, you know, if you want to, I'll just go ahead and pick up my regular phone and call, but you know.
Nah, well, I mean, we would like to, you know, let them know what's up. You know, and also, like I said, in an environment like that, they don't know how to conduct themselves like that. They're like, oh my God, they're gonna call us something. You know, I should have been more official. Hi, this is Ice from, this is Special Agent Ice from the Naval Criminal Investigation, and you know what I mean. Yeah, I should have been more official sounding.
You should have said more like, "This is the chaplain service. We're investigating what went on."
This is the Naval Chaplain Investigation Service. We're
investigating the ethics.
We want to talk about chaplain. Yeah,
the ethics. Whatever.
We hear you like videotaping chaplains doing that. Whoop whoop. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly think that I just, fuck, man. Mind your business and shit. Really? Why you fucking, I don't know. I'm just, I just, one of those things to where, going into, it's like going into hell. It's like driving into hell and getting mad because what you see in hell is happening, that everybody knows what would be happening in hell. What did you expect to see in a fucking bar? You know what I mean? The guy didn't know. The guy was a chaplain who, I mean, come on, man.
And again, was it, I mean, unless he really did something stupid against an ethics clause. I mean, if he was sitting there taking her on the table right there in front of everyone saying, spank my butt, man. I mean, come on.
No, my point being is that thy rod and thy staff shall comfort me. I don't, look, yeah, mind your business. Mind your business. I will definitely not be robbing a bank or hanging out with anybody at the Krusty Krabs, because you can get me in trouble and shit. You know what I mean? You're gonna sit there and
warning soldiers.
Yeah, exactly. Now we can't say that. Yeah. We can't say that about a business. We can't say that about whatever. But we can say that we're like, hey, why are you
watch your Joes?
Hey, watch your Joes. You know, fucking. Why people are just stop sending me fucking memes.
You said earlier, send me memes.
I said send me memes, but like blink, 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 blink. How the fuck you get my damn my PM number, anyways? How'd you get my digits? Goddamn fucking. But anyways, we reported a while back that there was a member of the CDC that was missing, right? And he was missing for quite some time. Well, he was missing, and we were kind of like going, hey, why was this guy missing? And we were getting into the dynamics of, we were, like I was saying, you and J Ready Pooks were talking about it, and it was one, we were kind of laughing, joking around, talking about conspiracy theories, and talking about how, that's how patient zero happened, and that's how this happens, and all that stuff. Well, they found his body. They found this dude's body who worked at the CDC. And the thing is that the guy was working on bad diseases and shit. He said he wasn't feeling good. He said,
Fox News alert, Atlanta police say a CDC worker missing since February drowned.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, holy shit, holy fuck, man.
I'm not laughing.
This is why I lose my shit, man.
You See what I'm saying? I was gonna. The joke was ahead of me, but it worked out.
Pulled my triggers, man. Holy fuck!
Bling! Found, drowned. He was drowned. So they said there was no indications to this point that it was foul play, but they were unclear. So let me take this straight. So they're unclear how Commander who was that, commander or something like that? Yeah, a Navy dude or something like that, or was he a doctor? Anyway, so he's an epidemiologist. Timothy Cunningham, who worked at the CDC, was found on the Chattahoochee River, northwest of Atlanta, and they spotted, the fishermen spotted his body, along the bank, faced up, and the decomposed body was stuck in mud in an area that was not easily accessible, and it was in that position for a while. We have no indications to this point that this was any foul play. Okay, let me get this straight. Let me say this again. He was in an area that was inaccessible, okay? It's unclear how he ended up in that part of the river because it's inaccessible, right?
Yep.
Oh. Sounds like Chappaquiddick.
Yeah. He now here's where it gets freaking.
I mean, I'm a local in my area, and I can show you some really inaccessible areas to my lake on my bass boat. Just like,
well, I'm just saying exactly that. I mean, exactly. Everybody knows who's lived in rural areas. We know inaccessible areas will be inaccessible, other than people who know how to get inaccessible if they want to be inaccessible to be found. I mean, not to be found. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what was really fucking Rick and Morty about this whole thing is that 3 crystals were found in his pockets. 3 crystals when his body was recovered. Cunningham, who was last seen leaving work, 12 February, was an avid crystal collector, and he was.
If he was feeling sick,
he was feeling
just
sick.
3.
Just
3.
Just 3.
Like I'm a crystal. Like I could go out and like in my area if I wanted to. Crystal collecting, I can collect 1,000 of them things if I wanted to.
Oh, don't tell my wife that.
Well, my point being is that 3 crystals. What is it about the trifecta of 3, right? Ooh, man, Jay Reddy's gonna call up in a minute. I don't sound like a discombobulated, aborted Arnold Schwarzenegger when I imitate you, Jay Reddy. That was imitation as a form of flattery. I wasn't going. I wasn't doing that. So, anyways, so 3 crystals were found on Cunningham's pockets when his body was recovered. He was last seen leaving work 12 February, and everyone said he was feeling sick and he was doing shit that was unusual for his behavior. Now, all of a sudden, they say he was an avid crystal collector. He likes to hunt rare crystals and all that. But it was no foul play. No foul play. No foul play. They don't tell you what he looked like. They don't tell you what he was wearing. They don't see nothing.
Yeah. Of course, I'm just gonna magically drown myself while I'm looking for crystals.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah, exactly. And the chaplain fucked him and dumped him. It was a chaplain. Yeah, exactly. It was W. Hi, how you doing, chaplain? Meet my crystal bitch. So there's no way. They say, and like I said, you saw how Fox News got all fucking wrapped around it. Like, they were drowned. Hang on, let me do that again. Hang on.
Wait, he disappeared on the 12th, right?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I could get into so many. Never mind.
Fox News alert: Atlanta police say a CDC worker missing since February drowned.
I need to sound it from you, man.
I'm sorry. It sucks. The guy drowned. It sucks. Okay, he's dead.
Yeah.
This is the way fucking how deadpan Fox News was about it. They're like, they give 0 fucks about this guy. And they had the, because when you got the alert music going on, shit's about ready to go down, right? When the Fox News gives you the alert.
Fox News alert: Atlanta police say a CDC worker missing since February drowned.
Just like a fucking, I'm sorry. Just so deadpan.
Answer something very quickly and get out of it.
Yeah, exactly. She's like really wanting. And another news.
Like nonchalant. Another news. These evil guns like bite people on the ass in the middle of the night. But
yeah. So a CDC. Exactly that. Jay Reddy. Ain't no fucking way a CDC worker of his background who epidemiologist dudes don't go hunting in the Chattahoochee for shit, and he was in an area was inaccessible, but it was not considered foul play. However, It's unclear
Way
how the
down.
body in the
Got hotter than a Hoochie-Coochie.
Exactly. I was about ready to sing that song. What? I mean, I know some country music.
Way hotter than a Hoochie-Coochie. Had to dive up in that motherfucker, and then he died.
with three little crystals in his little pocket.
And so that's the thing, is you just sitting there going, that makes no goddamn sense whatsoever.
It doesn't, dude.
Because looking for crystals on the Chattahoochee.
Yeah, exactly. Well, down in
I'm
the
looking for
Chattahoochee.
catfish and mud crickets, man.
It gets hotter in a hoochie coochie with my 3 crystals in my pocket. Oh man. Yeah, so there's no way. I mean, there's no fucking way that, like Jay Rady said, there's no way a man of his stature. I'm not saying because guys in the CDC don't go hanging around fucking swamps in a Chattahoochee.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Lakes out there that are so contaminated. I mean, those guys become paranoid around all that.
That's what I was about to say. Those guys are so fucking paranoid about. They know, because you know what? The one person that you don't want to date is a medic or somebody who has to deal with anything that has to do with infectious diseases. They're just a bore. I mean, not only that, but they're, like you said, they're paranoid about everything. You're not going to be seen down there messing around. So again, listen to what this detail said. 3 crystals were found in his pockets. Okay? 3 crystals were found in his pockets. They didn't say he was out there fucking swimming. Where he was scavenged for clues when a CDC employee may have been, and everyone's like, the most unusual fact is that every single thing what we are aware was located as his residence. So his keys, his cell phone, his credit cards, debit cards, all of his, everything you could think of, we've been able to locate.
Hey, leave everything behind. Let's go look for crystals.
Let's go look for crystals. Yeah.
No,
because I don't want to get bothered by the government.
so here's
you can go out hunting or rock hounding for anything. You're gonna take your stuff with you. Oh,
I always take some sort of GPS locator with me. I don't give a shit. If I'm gonna die, I swear, if like I get murdered or suicided or whatever, I better have a GPS location on me at all times.
No, that's what I'm saying. It just see now here's where it gets crazy. Okay, so you got to think about it. CDC dude being found in freaking the Chattahoochee, way on down in the Chattahoochee. Got 3. Anyways, his parents said they received a disturbing text 24 hours before he vanished. No indications of what was texted the parents, and no timing of or where he was at to be fucking found. You know what I mean?
You want to take bets on how fast the parents die off?
I mean,
the dark humor. I mean, whatever.
Well, I mean that everyone's known. So here comes Cos. Well, that area is known for volcanic activity in the distant past, so crystals are likely to be found. I don't think so, Cos.
So what?
I was just imitating Cos now.
I thought Cos said that shit. I was like, damn, this motherfucker knows some shit.
No, that was Cos that said that. I don't know anything about crystals.
The rock hounders I know, when they go out, they actually will take something like what Pookie said. They'll take a GPS so they can also mark where they find stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was my whole point.
Okay, I want to see this dude's Google history right now.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say that his parents are messed up. Maybe we should call his parents, but I don't have a number, so. Again,
honestly, I don't care about what porn he looked at. I just want to see what he was like doing. Was that a hobby of his? Like, can his parents confirm that? Can anyone that he knows confirm that?
Well, that's my point. That is not one of those things that I honestly, I honestly think that he freaking there. Come on, 3 crystals. Come on, man. 3 crystals. It's like. 3 crystals was found in his pockets, fully clothed and all this other stuff. How do you know it was him?
He was on his way to put that last bit of crystal into the big crystal to end the reign of the Gilflings or something like that. Like stupid crap like that.
He was trying to put the shard in the fucking crystal, the dark crystal. That was a good movie. You're right.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
It was a really good movie. They should not fuck with that. That is that was the movie you should not fuck with. And don't remake it. Don't leave the fuck alone. Don't fuck with it. That was a good movie. I don't want my fucking childhood to be ruined.
It's gonna happen.
I know. I know. But now here's the thing: is that we all were joking around at the time, because there was all that Zika bullshit going on. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. That guy disappears. He works for the CDC. The flu. Everyone's going nuts. I think. Was he? What were these crystals that he had? These rare crystals and stuff like that. You just don't leave those details out, and then be so deadpan as to report with a Fox News alert, and then make it stop.
Sound bit again.
Okay.
No, I want to hear sound bit again because I just want it to soak into people.
Okay, no problem.
You expect more.
He drowned. Okay, hang on.
Fox News alert: Atlanta police say a CDC worker missing since.
Oops, I'm sorry. Hang on, I gotta play that sound fucking rush. Oh, that won't let me play the sound rush. It won't let me do the fucking little report thing in the beginning because they hate it whenever I play it on there.
Dun, 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 dun.
Fox News alert: Atlanta police say a CDC worker missing since February drowned. Police finding the badly decomposed body of Timothy Cunningham in the Chattahoochee River. Volunteers had spent countless hours searching for the epidemiologist after he was reported missing. Police now say there is no indication of foul play.
In an inaccessible area with 3 kyber crystals in his pockets when he was trying to rebuild the Death Star. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? That's what I fucking am getting, man.
All ears.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on, man.
Hey, man, the Empire rules, man.
That's right, dude. Fucking Jedi. They're a bunch of goddamn religious fanatics who like to impose their will on people and then interfere in governments. Yeah, but man, this is wrong. Wrong.
Some funky shit. I told you as soon as I saw that, I was like, "There's something weird's gonna happen with this."
Well, it links this CDC guy to all the investigations of the biological weapons and shit that was going on. This guy had something to do with it.
I'm telling you, some weird virus in the next 6 months is going to pop up out of nowhere, and we've never heard about it. It's going to freak us out. Everyone's going to like start wearing gas masks or whatever it is, and then there's a cure for it all of a sudden out of nowhere. Like, okay, cool, and we're all going to inject ourselves with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Oh man, my PMs are fucking going off the chain right now about conspiracy theories and. Hey, don't be addressing me, CDC. I know you guys. I know some people that work there too. Stop it. Leave me alone. Hey, you government people, leave me out of this.
That's why I was saying I'm in sound mind. If I get suicided, I better have a GPS tracker on me at all times, and it better be in the back of the head.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'm gonna shoot myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. That's the only way that possibly could fucking happen. Let's see. Somebody is sending me some shit right here. Hang on. I'm going to go ahead and then post that in the fucking office so you guys can check it out. There's somebody that posted something. Aaron at Health Nut News 34 minutes ago. 86 and 87th doctor found dead. Need your help. Our video is about the doctor found dead today with hundreds of thousands of views. It was already deleted. Censored. We need your help more than ever to spread the word. Top CDC scientist Timothy Cunningham was found dead. Atlanta PD and CDC gave conflicting statements after his own mom and dad talked to this dirt. Oh shit. Okay, hang on. I'm dropping this shit, man. Let me drop this in the. This is like this is hot off the press right now. Going on. People are like blowing up my fucking BMs now.
Oh, that's cool.
Come on.
Hang on. It's live now. Oh shit. Hang on. Everyone you get a GPS. She gets a GPS. Hang on. Shit, everyone's like, ice, play this. Hang on. Hang on.
If I don't die with 3 crystals in my pocket.
Hang on.
We've talked to pretty much everyone of importance in the doctor's life.
Now? Yeah.
And so at this stage,
crystals in his pocket.
No, hang on.
If someone were to bring new information to us that was relevant, then we would obviously look at that.
How about his mom and dad? Who said
absent those circumstances, this case will likely close fairly soon.
He says in a month.
Soon, within a month or so.
That's
from being
that's
an
soon.
active investigation.
You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
We do not expect any foul claims.
You don't expect any something claims, foul
I want
claims?
to be real careful how we talk about that. So
Yeah, seems like
we have
everybody.
no indications to this point that there is
Be real
any
careful.
Foul play.
And so far, nobody has indicated to us that there was any situation in the doctor's life that might have resulted in foul play being a contributing factor.
But yes, but you have it on record that the neighbor said, take me out of your cell phone. Was that just coincidence? And that he wrote his mom and dad disturbing text that the day before that was a clue to maybe what really happened to Dr. Timothy Cunningham.
So at this time, we're not expecting that information, but we're open to the idea that somebody could come forth with some information that we have not previously been privy to.
This is happening right now. Aaron at Health Nut News.
How are you doing with this?
Holy shit.
We're almost done. I got more to show you.
Okay.
So they say, how are you doing with this? You've talked to people who miss him. It's the same boring softball questions from pharma media.
The detective that handles...
Damn. Holy shit. So you guys in the office, check it out and throw it and promulgate that throughout the world.
Holy shit.
I'm hearing a drone flying over my house.
Any helicopter noise?
If I just cut out, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I enjoyed my life.
Oh, man.
House, they can't find me.
Exactly. Everyone said that was Doc Madness giving the report. Dick, does your dick touch your ass? And his dick didn't touch his ass, and that's why his dick didn't touch his ass. That's why he didn't drown. He was looking for Chris. He did sound like fucking Doc Madness. Oh man! So there you go. So you guys go ahead, check it out in the office. You guys go ahead and look at it right now. It's still going on right now. It's being Facebook Lived right now at Aaron at Health Nut News, and it's fucking this chick's going nuts. You guys want to check it out and all sort of stuff. I know we're totally going off of our subject matter. If you guys still want to hear it, let me know, and I can still I can still play that. No, that's some fucking crazy ass shit, dude. Don't drop that yellow cake, motherfucker.
Is just told to do their job and make the call. Son's found dead after they've waited all this time, and I know they know better.
We have talked to the family since that time, and yes, like anyone who has lost an immediate family member, they are upset.
I asked them to. Yeah, I bet they are.
To touch your ass. Marty, he sounds like Doc Magnus.
Okay, this is the important
part. All right, hang on.
So the body was found along the bank of the river. I believe it was the western shore of the river going downstream. And it was found
face up.
I
know this by heart now.
Stuck in a lot of mud as well. And it looks like it had been there in that position for a little while.
Fucking hear it.
I say a little while, meaning stuck in that position.
It's been there for a while.
What happened was when we do a search along the
Listen.
river, we were called out to that scene.
Yes.
We couldn't just go in right there along the shore. It was along the shore, and we had access along the trail to get down there, but we could not access it from the bank to recover it safely so they can continue the investigation without disturbing the body as much. So the best point of action was to go further upstream, as Sergeant Hofstadter talked about.
We've already talked about
put the body in a bag and move it further downstream. In which case, we use one of our tower trucks and a rope system.
That's where he went jogging.
Bring the body up to the bridge.
Nobody
so
goes. Nobody.
So is it accurate to say that the body might have been there the first time you searched, but because it was remotely located?
So now we're getting not even softball questions. It's almost like, could it be? Who?
Damn! She's screaming in my fucking ear. Holy shit!
I bet you she's gonna go end up suicided.
Yeah, she's gonna get So, yeah, that's crazy.
Asking the wrong questions.
Conspiracy people, they have to have around.
No, he was there the first time. He didn't overlook it. It wasn't.
Yeah, man, they're going nuts. So they're going right. 86 and 87 doctors found. So there's people there. I mean, conspiracy shit on that stuff, and then they're like exactly that. She doesn't give a fuck, dude.
A little over 200 pounds, something that his body was there. There was no indication his body was there. But guess what? It gets better because pharma-controlled media is going to say, are you sure? I mean, it's like a bad movie.
And in similar cases that we've seen, our guys have been out there before on different searches. This is what our unit does. They're a very specialized unit and highly trained to do this. And they did a thorough search and did not see any indication of the body being there at that time.
I love this guy. He says they did a thorough search and did not see the body there at this time.
She fucking, oh, man. So, dude, man, Jay Ready, make sure you cover this shit on Saturday, man. Damn.
Damn, yeah, we'll catch it on Saturday.
Oh, man, that is unfucking real, dude. So,
if I don't wind up suicided by Saturday, we'll do it.
No,
Hey, hopefully we'll hear from you on Saturday, Pookie.
I'm activating my.
I've already said I'm in sound mind and I would never do anything like that. And if it does happen,
I'm activating my.
Your, shit.
I'm activating my fucking jammers right now. So if you guys hear anything sound broken up and all this other shit, that's fucking crazy, dude. Crazy ass shit.
Told you.
Man. Oh, man. We're working on holistic cancer treatments and the suicide proven murders. That's fucking crazy ass shit, dude. Yeah, going back to pharma, dude. I mean, I don't want to trail off on the conversation of what we normally talk about on Sergeant's Time, but hey, this is the news. That dude is like fucking she's fucking going nuts. I love it. I love it.
She's cutting his nuts off.
Yeah, she was. She's like, no, baby, make it bad. She's like, fucking. That's the chick you. That's the chick that will be at the Krusty Krab arguing with you and shit.
That's wife number 13.
No, she's the one that fucking likes to fight a motherfucker, and the dude's like 15. You know, he's like fucking 5 feet taller than you, and you know it can outweigh you by 150 pounds, and she's the one talking shit. You better shut the fuck up, cause my boyfriend or my husband. You know who's my fucker? You know what my husband is? So.
Well, that sounds like every dependent I ever had to deal with in my entire existence of humanity.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so that's going on right now. So he was found face up. He was found along the Chattahoochee River. This story just gets a little freaking weirder. And yeah, nobody wants to. You notice that the guys didn't want to answer anything else about what was happening. So now that I've,
they don't want to get suicided in the middle of the night.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh man. Woo. Okay, so what about the border there, huh? Yeah. Ooh, Lord. We're talking about the border. You know, the border's border, man. The border. Man, okay, now the curiosity's fucking killing me, dude. I want to keep hearing this. Sorry, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is this chick still on? Is she still on? Is she still live? Let me see. Let me double check it. Now she's going over some other stuff that's on screen, so it's not you can't really see it. The 86 doctor found it in river. Let me see what she's got to say now about this right here.
Arguments on the Washington Post. I'm going to find it because we just lost all of evil Washington Post. And the Washington Post, and this is public record, says CDC says its missing researcher wasn't denied a promotion, but police say otherwise and basically say the CDC's lying and vice versa. But despite all that, he just had his favorite tennis shoes on. He didn't have his keys. He had 3 crystals in his pocket. And this man just went out in the middle of a remote area, kind of by Buford Highway, in a place I wouldn't feel safe as a man or woman probably, and decided to go jogging, and he was sick. And he just left for work. So, yeah, I know I cut out. Sorry, guys. It is heartbreaking for his family, says Sharon. And we have another doctor, too. But let's just stick with this for a second. In the future, copy the videos and save them. Yes, Patricia, I would have. It went viral so quickly. Now, Avesh, let's see, what is it? Saha has a very good point. The other doctors, which I'll show you guys how to find all this, because some people asked. So, let's see if it stays on that. No. You guys can go to healthnutnews.com/recap, and you can read the whole story. So I asked you guys to like the page. I did before the video that got erased. Please like and share. That's what you can do to help to get the word out. So we have 86 now, just up tonight. 87th, a holistic doctor found dead. You do mention Dr. Timothy Cunningham wasn't holistic. There are rumors that, well, he had 3 crystals in his pocket. I don't know what that means. He was an avid collector. Doesn't mean he's holistic. I'm not saying he is. I never even knew that until
recharging
today.
his chakra.
So,
exactly. His chakra.
There are a few exceptions in here. One of them would be John Marshall. His wife is an osteopath, which would be a DO.
What's an osteopath?
And they said, he just drowned in the Spokane River. Now, he doesn't, not the best picture there, but he was in his 40s. He was a 4th-generation Marine with 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan and survival training. And they said, he just accidentally slipped. He worked out at the gym in the morning, like before sunrise, before, super early. Then he'd go for a jog, and they said he must have slipped and fell in before he'd go to work as a doctor every day. And his wife is saying now, she hired investigators because right from the get-go, I said this was suspicious. I mean, I'm saying calling Dr. Timothy's Cunningham's death last night before they said it was him. I mean, I don't know, call it a sixth sense, call it intuition after doing this many. I've been reporting 2.5 years on this. My significant other of 9 years, Dr. Mercola, and I knew a lot of these doctors. Many of them were here in Florida. But anyway, now investigators are saying it wasn't an accident and it was a homicide. Totally clear. Same with Dr. Bradstreet.
Man. After all that shit we just heard, and then all of a sudden we get this.
And Jay Reddy's right. Osteopath is a type of alternative medicine that emphasizes manual readjustments, kind of like your chiropractor, such like that.
Yeah.
Fox News alert: Atlanta police say a CDC worker missing since February drowned.
I still can't get over that shit.
Dude,
what the hell's up with that, dude?
He just died.
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly, Heath. The chair is against the wall. I repeat, the chair is against the wall. Activate Operation Narcissism. Narcissist is in effect. Narcissist is in effect. Wow, fascinating. That's fucking crazy. Man, that's unreal, dude. That's unreal. So she's still fucking going off right now on goddamn Facebook Live. So if you want to get her fucking Erin at the Health Nut News, she is like, and she's a doc too. She's pretty fucking pissed off. She's a public figure, and she's into that stuff. Maybe you guys should have her fucking on the show. Get her on the show. Hey, front desk.
She gets dead.
Yeah.
Before she gets suicide.
No, yeah. Front desk. Maybe y'all need to schedule. See if you can come out. Matter of fact, hang on. Let me see. If you're looking to the thing, hey, would you like to come? Would you like to come on? Come on our show this Saturday. Here you go. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm in that mood, dude. I'm just like contacting people like straight up. Would you like to come on our show?
No, I would totally love to be able.
Social.
I'm being so social today. I'm not being antisocial and angry.
Oh.
Saturday. There you go. Hang on. Let me see what she says. I'm gonna fucking put her up on blast.
10,000 on my personal page video. I stupidly put it on the wrong channel because, you get tired after all this, guys. I've been on 6 hours live today. But let me show you. So, Cunningham's home wasn't far to the river, and he was known to be a jogger, right? When he's sick, and you got to be kidding me. There is just no way. Yes. I said there were rumors that he had said the flu shot wasn't effective and that he administered it to patients, but he wouldn't have had patients. He was an SCD from Harvard, a doctorate in science. He wasn't a medical doctor or even a nurse giving shots to people.
See if you see it anytime.
Let's see. Basically, okay, let's see. I wanted to see what they said his job was. Left work early that day, wasn't feeling well. Sometimes I have to look. His beloved dog, Bo, wasn't denied a promotion. Who's lying? I wanted to show you guys. Just stick with me. Let's see. I don't know. Suddenly, you guys can look it up. There's so many different descriptions of his job. It's ridiculous. And my editor, who wasn't feeling well herself today, did go through this. And I'm not sure. Suddenly I can't find it. Probably because I've been
Her
reading this so
editor
many
is about
times.
to get suicidal.
But yeah, they talk about infectious diseases.
Okay,
There
I
are
see.
many descriptions of Dr.
All right, I
Cunningham's
see.
job. But they're saying, oh, he wouldn't have had top classified information. You got to be kidding me. He's a commander in the Navy. He's a top scientist at the CDC. He has a doctorate from Harvard. You know he had information. So they talk about, there's a couple different things. Whether it be
There we are. Okay, I see
infectious
us in there. I
diseases.
finally
If
see
anybody
our
has a description of what he did there,
our
let me
request
know.
in there,
Probably
and I
in the flu
see
shot. It's
I
already
see
been
front
found
desk,
before.
and I see
It's
J
had
Radio in there.
OSPA
Got
and
it.
some of the
Okay,
past.
awesome.
The outer surface protein of Lyme disease. No angry faces, says Andy. Yes, full of aluminum. Stop the angry faces, says Christy. Please, guys, do sad faces. We've already had one. Jamie, who's a holistic nurse who I know personally, and we both had our struggles these last weeks, and I know she's got some ahead of her, said, like I said, another
Dude,
one
she
just
would-
happened to be found in a river body of water. Water just so happens to destroy the evidence. Jamie and has extensive education
she's
and
freaking like going
medical
up.
training, and she knows that. So
for
I
this
think that
6
she,
hours.
an RN, can state that definitively. And I think that any of us can, but we know that, but especially Jamie. I just posted several sites. Each was defeated. Facebook delegating. Connie says, I just posted to several sites, and each one was defeated. Connie, what happened?
WTF Nation is getting stopped. What the hell's going on? You guys still there?
Yeah.
Yo.
What the fuck?
Ooh, like she is woke. She's woke.
Dude,
beyond woke.
she's like revealing some woke. It's just in. You're hearing it now. WTF Nation Radio. Man, she's like screeching the hell out.
She's like you on a bad rant day.
There we
If
go.
anybody can just read it for me and find it, I'd really appreciate
I got you.
I'll read it for you.
it.
Yeah, she's really getting some mad.
So yeah, we're getting cut off. Of course, it's cutting our audience. They did this before. Anybody can look up his job
come on here
description,
anytime
but
she
theyve
wants to
given
talk to us
different
on,
answers
especially
as to
Saturday.
what
I would
he
love to
did
hear
at
that.
the CDC.
Yeah, exactly.
They're also saying he was
Saturday,
denied a
oh,
promotion, then he
shit.
wasn't. What's the real answer,
video
CDC?
Yeah, it's videos going in and out and shit. So damn.
She's getting censored.
Damn, get her on Operation Wife number 4 with extreme hair prejudice. Dude, man, she is on fire, dude. She had she was looking at her account number there. She had about 2,500 people listening, and now she is getting interrupted, and now she's down to 1.4 thousand listeners or viewers or whatever you want to call it.
And we got interrupted on YouTube on top of it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
It's back, but it was interrupted.
Wow, dude. This is crazy, man. This fucking... Oh, I love it. Ah, you're experiencing it right now on WTF Nation Radio. Pure censorship. Yeah. Give me your censorship. Oh, yeah, all over my... Oh, yeah, rub that censorship
Rub
all over
your
my face.
nipples.
Oh, rub that censorship all the way to the knuckle. All the way to the knuckle with that. My dearest Jessica, today we were censored by Facebook.
And we're still sitting by Pookie still.
I gave Ice my blueberry sunshine, and he is now blind. 30 years in the army, never tasted such heavenly, delectable. Oh man, dude, I can't believe this shit. We're getting like fucking interrupted like crazy at my shit. There we go. I just got flashed. Remember I was telling you every time we play some shit like that, my fucking computer screens get flashed and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're on you.
they are, dude. Hang on. Let me get some ambiance. I need to calm down.
Ooh.
Thank you, Al. Thank you. That's fucking crazy, dude. I can't believe this is happening right fucking now.
I told you, like, pay attention to this. I told you.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit. Thank you to my Ice fan that sent me this. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. This is awesome. Wow. Unreal. This is woo, man. You guys, hey, front desk, you gotta hump on this, man. You gotta you gotta
happening live right now.
Exactly. So
is I hear your tinfoil hat clicking.
Uh-oh.
No. Listen. No, dude.
You just, damn, dude. I didn't even accept the call. You just jumped right in. You just fucking,
Look,
you just
I took this opportunity. I just took this opportunity. I was invited previously, so I just snuck back in.
Yeah, you did.
Look, I just got to say, this is big. Real fucking big.
Yeah, this is crazy, dude. I'm just like, she is now her count is steady at, even though she has a total of 3,400 shares, she's only at 1.4 thousand viewers right now. So
this is literally, like you said, this is going to show. This is live in everybody's face right now. What the powers that be are trying to do, they're trying to cull our First Amendment. We're getting zucked. This shit's happened to this young man or our older man to see this guy. It's bad, man. It's bad. This is fucked. And people call us tinfoil hat crazy motherfuckers. But we sit here, say this shit. We talk about this shit weeks previously. And we're like, watch what fucking happens. And then biggity bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We're not crazy people. I gotta go. I love you guys.
Okay.
Love you, Jay.
Talk to you later, man. Dude. When you've made Yukon Cornelia speechless, then you know this is some heavy shit.
Oh, and you know he's packing his shit up at this point.
Dude, this is fucking, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I mean, just reading this stuff right now. Now she's up to 4,000 shares. And exactly that, Heath. Fist deep into censorship right now. You guys want to go ahead and listen into her and throw some fandom. We're trying to. You can't get me. I have a rotary cell phone. Exactly. No, this is some of the stuff we were just talking about, and that's one of the things that I wanted to hit. I don't want to hit on the conspiracy theory stuff, because you know me, I'm a big believer, and you too, Al. You discussed this before about holistic medicines and other treatments. I've worked in the pharmaceutical industry myself, and I've seen the back and forth of how the testing and the I guess you would say the it's almost like they don't want the public to be weaned, if that makes any sense.
Don't. They want everybody. I mean, there is stuff out there right now that cures things, that actually gets rid of. I think there's there's stuff out there, like one of the things I'm on.
B17.
Well, I'm on a medication that doctors will not prescribe you, that pharmacies won't make, and doctors or the big pharma hates it because it's cheap. But it's the reason I'm still here. I should 3.5 years ago, I was told, you ain't gonna last one more round of pneumonia. You're gonna die and you're gonna catch it. I'm here.
That shit's crazy, man. The shit's, I mean, and she's still going right now. She's now down to, the Facebook is messing with her algorithms now, and she's now down at 1.2. So it's at a wave now on her shit. However, her shares are now at 4.2K. So, what's up, James? Thank you for joining in. Hey, we got anybody to? Shit, hang on. Let me look here. Let me look and see what we got up on, because I have not looked at the Mixer chat in a while. Shit, I only glanced at the Mixer chat is on my right side, so I'm only looking at one area there. See who's inside the Mixer chat. Let's say hi to you guys in the Mixer chat. I know I'm hang on. So dear, thanks for the follow there. You guys got some followers in here. Thank you guys for the follow. Short Bus David. All right, cool. Hey, welcome. Let's see who else is here. Oh, hey, Yengarku. Thank you for following. Man, we got a lot of follows here. Razor 815. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining WTF Nation Radio on Mixer right now. So if you're listening through or you're playing Xbox right now and you are just chilling at the house and you wanted to hear my voice and the slight twanging of the banjos with some steel in the background and some holistic, So if you want if you want to hear some of this and then some of this. Anyways,
if you gotta say, I want to bring something up that Casey brought to my attention, and I want to put it out there. The medication that I'm on, Casey's on also, and it's actually clearing her memory up to where she went from not being able to remember what happened from day to day to where she has 2 and 3 weeks worth of memory at a time. Because she has TBI, it's actually helping her TBI.
Hook a brother up, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude. I mean, throw some of them shits on. But again, this shit that we're listening to right now, it is unreal, unfucking real, unreal. So I really don't know what else to say. This kind of like this is actually This is distracting me right now.
And the problem is, see, when you listen to her and what she sat there and said, he was working on the flu stuff, and everybody remember what was it back a couple months ago? Everybody was sitting there saying the people are actually getting sick from the flu.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, come on. Yeah, I agree with Pookie. I agree with Jay Reddy. This shit's getting deep, and it's gonna keep getting deep because people are getting outed. This president is trying to make people, or trying to drain the swamp. Well,
yeah,
when you drain the swamp,
but do you think he's on to something though? No, but do you think he's on to something now to where, now everyone's focused? Doesn't it almost seem like to me right now? It almost seems like nobody is running the country just by the way the vitriol is going through the media. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It almost makes it seem like the way the media is attacking the president. It almost makes it sound like who's running the fucking country.
We're on autopilot.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It just seems like it's, it just seems like it's really freaking, I don't know. It just all the other stuff. So do you think, like you were saying, you really think that he's onto something? Do you really think he caught on to something that he's discovering something, or he's getting close to something to that would be the opening up to the public? Because, we already know that he doesn't give a shit, right? We already know that he doesn't give a shit about, because just look at all the companies that he goes after, but like he likes to drop, he's the one that likes to get the last word in and do those jabs. You know what I mean? He's like he'd be like a great dude to have like a Yo Mama fight. Because like you remember the debates where Hillary Clinton was going, well, because of this, because of that, because of this, because of that, and it was like going, ooh, and then they got all vicious, and then he goes, this is because you'd be in jail, and then we're like, oh, you remember that during the debate?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what he is.
Yeah.
So he throws that last word in, and so he's talking. Everyone's like, well, the post office needs that. Well, Amazon fucking doesn't do this and doesn't do that. Everybody goes, oh, and everyone's like going, yeah, this motherfucker's getting close. You know what I mean? Does it seem like it's like that? Am I fucking wearing a tinfoil hat? Shit.
Oh, you want my tinfoil bit, man? This dude is coming close to his time. If he keeps going the way he's going to, like, I don't want to say it like a bad way, but look at Kennedy. Kennedy tried to do the same shit.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah. Again, it's just
either he's going to. I mean, right now they keep throwing stuff at him to see what sticks, and nothing's sticking. Even the Stormy Daniel thing, gone. Do you really hear about it anymore? No. Okay, they're trying their best to make something stick to him because what's coming? If he can't, the proof is in the pudding on the midterm elections. If he can get people reelected, if he can get people, new people put in, so that more and more we sway one way or the other. I don't care. Like I said, I'm a constitutionalist. But the big thing is, okay, if he can keep in and he can keep doing what he's doing, do I think he's going to get reelected? I'd like to see him reelected, but I don't doubt that there's going to be more people showing up at that White House gate trying to bomb him. There's going to be all sorts of nuts trying to do stupid
Well,
shit
I
at
think-
him,
I
and
think it's gonna
mainly
get
because
worse.
he is getting close
To something.
drowning.
To something. Yeah. I think he's close to something. This is just me. That I think that someone. I think he's getting close because it just seems like even as the president of the United States, it just looks like he's still an outsider.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like so. So again, he's getting close. He's
could
getting
be there.
Yeah, he could be like at the cusp of some shit.
I'll throw some tinfoil shit out. Big Pharma created the opioid crisis,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Of
and
course.
we all can sit here and agree on this. But just imagine if a big politician said that shit, what would happen to him?
I think Big Pharma. I think Big Pharma is if I think one of the largest, and I guess you would say puppet strings. And this is just me being political right now. I'm not being army right now. I think right now Big Pharma, only because of what I've seen, because I've worked in a pharmaceutical. I've worked for Big Pharma before. I have seen the puppet strings go larger than I think the NRA or Planned Parenthood could ever be.
Oh yes.
Because
they've got pockets. They have the ability to convince doctors to give medications that are expensive, that probably have more side effects than another one. They rather than doctors sitting there going, you'd be better off with this. Well, gee, I just got this kickback. I think I'll go with this. Here, you'd be better with this one. No, that's what Big Pharma. They have deep pockets, because not only do they have their own pockets, they have doctors' pockets. And they have the economy's pockets because of how much money goes to them.
I bet you that he gets close to something, and I'm willing to bet there's going to be another shakeup in the cabinet, just because, you know what I mean? It's like every time he's finding out something, or every time he's doing something, they're just, and that's what I think was what's happening. Is I don't think anybody's, because I'll be honest with you, the Congress is kind of worthless now when it comes to a bunch of shit. Now they don't want to talk about. It's almost like you are the boss, and you're supposed to be the boss, doing boss-like shit, and you have one of your employees come up to you and say they're not going to do what they fucking tell you. Oh, okay, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Did you see how fast the rhinos sided with him though?
Yeah. I mean,
it was like wow. You fought tooth and nail over shit. No, never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to look good right now because it is coming close to midterms, and they know right now that everybody wanted Trump's agenda. So they have a choice. Really pull away from him and try to make him look shitty, or kiss up to him right before midterms and get through midterms, and then try to decide if they can find someone to run against him.
Yeah. Somebody's. So thank you. I appreciate all you fans for sending me stuff. I don't know how you guys were able to figure out who I am, but thank you. I'm getting more. There's Brandy Vaughn.
That's the internet.
Yeah, Brandy Vaughn. The risk fucking Merck has broken into her house and stolen computers, and fucking there's a lot of fucking shit. I guess there's a documentary called Vax. Have you heard of that?
No.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard about it.
It's vaxedthemovie.com, and and her name is Brandy Vaughn. Front desk, get her on there.
The whole premises of the movie was to destabilize national security. Is what I think that was. But
you think so?
That's my tinfoil hat shit.
Well. I mean, there you go. So Brandy Vaughn and Mary O'Connell Harrington, they're talking about the I speak out against pharma's agenda to keep us sick. One of the most important reasons why we are vaccinated. Why are vaccines so sacred? Because it's a foundation of pharma, and they create a customer base, which it's with vaccines. Now, I'm not just talking about open-minded about the pharmaceutical portion of it. I'm not talking about the fucking as I was just about ready to say. that pharma. One thing I've learned working in the pharmaceutical industry myself is that health, in other words, people are always going to be in pain.
Yep.
Death is always going to be in play, or near death is always going to be in pain. Someone is going to go through a catastrophic event, whether it be blunt force trauma or ER trauma type, or battlefield trauma, because there were some pharmaceuticals that we gave out there. And so there is a, now I'm not trying to get on the anti-vax thing or vax or whatever. I'm just talking about the fact that big farm, they're able to sway. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the lower ancillary shit. But they were able to, I've heard, and didn't really shock me at the time because, in a way, because I'm kind of callous on a lot of things. It's kind of true. Death is always going to happen. People are always going to be hurt. There's always going to be sick. There's always going to be people who are in pain, and there's always going to be people who are going to need medicine. We just happen to offer it at a cheaper price than our competitor, is what I was hearing.
Best stock option on the planet.
Yeah, exactly. But fuck, haven't heard this one in a long time. Stankus, what's up, man?
What is going on, my man?
Dude, you fucking hearing some of this shit?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, you've been digging deep tonight, man. The last few minutes of the program, man.
I don't know, man.
Big pharma and.
Well, I can talk shit, because I've worked big pharma before. I know the deal. I know what, I've worked for a large, small, and a I guess you would say medium-sized corporations, before I started off on my military career. And it was one of those things to where it was an eye opener. Like I said, it was kind of it again, because I'm a callous person. I guess you'd say when you work around medicine, everything gets it gets clinical and it gets cold, surgical. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, speaking, when it comes to somebody being in pain.
Yeah, and not only that, when you look at it from an R&D angle, and you bring the components of science into play. A lot of the feelings and some of the other stuff. Somebody saying, "Hey, I'm dying in misery and pain." Hey, well, let's. This will block some pain receptors. A little side effect though. Yeah, you'll be hooked for the rest of your life. Shit like that. It's that's it's serious toxic. And glad you weren't necessarily bandwagoning on the whole vax thing. So that's a good political call there.
No.
But anyway,
how have you
been, my friend?
No,
you been doing okay?
Yeah, dude. Come on, man. Fucking rocking and rolling. You know the deal. Fucking doing work, doing shit. About ready to getting ready to announce a fucking big guest we got coming up pretty soon.
What do you got, man? Or
you don't know?
Are you gonna wait till the last commercial break or what?
Oh wait, dude, we're done. This is it. Once we're done with this, we're done. We're after this discussion, we're doing some house cleaning and shit, and then so check this out. Y'all know what happened with the great movie Super Troopers, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I caught a little bit, but bits and pieces. Fill us in who just joined late.
Well, let's put it this way. Super Troopers 2 is coming out on 4/20. And so we are going to have them on Friday the 13th. Eric Stolhansky, the guy who plays Rabbit, is going to be coming on and talking about Super Troopers 2. So I'm stoked. I just blew over all my fucking guests that we're going to have, and I centered solely on Eric Stolhansky, a.k.a. Rabbit from Super Troopers.
And you had him on the show. You had him on the show a couple of months ago, several months ago, like almost a year ago. Actually,
right? Exactly that. He's been on here before. So now Eric Rabbit is going to come on to talk about Super Troopers 2, which is about a border dispute between the U.S. and Canada, and the Super Troopers are tasked to establish a hybrid patrol station in the disputed zone. So it is a northern border environment, I guess you'd say, a plot. But yeah, so Friday the 13th, this Friday the 13th coming up in April, Eric Stolhansky is coming on. So he said he might be able to squeeze on some people from the show, from the movie as well. So it might just be him and somebody else.
Oh man.
So
that'd be great.
Yeah, so we're pumped. So be ready for some of the slick sheets and cuts and all this other shit coming out But yeah.
And a rare Friday night program where we actually have ice on board.
No,
sorry, man.
no, shut up, Stank. But anyway, so how you been, man?
No, that'd be great, man. I'm looking forward to it. That is pretty exciting. I might have to clear off my schedule, even though if you can't, you clear yours off. I'm just saying, I'll be there.
Of course, yeah, exactly. Cause this was a pregame for fucking Saturday Night Chivalry, so. But anyways, so so you've been doing all right?
Well, look, man, I'm gonna let you. Yeah, I've been doing great, man.
All right.
Just busy as fuck at work, you know the drill. But I'm gonna let you finish out the rest of your program, man. But good talking to you, and
right, brother.
Keep the rubber side down as you always do. And
axe to the stone,
other
baby.
than that, man, just keep it real, man.
Have a good one. All right, thanks, man.
You too. See you, bud.
See ya. All right, we just got stanked. Anyways, so what were I? Oh yeah, so tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah, we're gonna have Sailor Jerry come on. She came here before about almost a year ago to discuss to her song. She had the Hallelujah song, veterans version, and it has been viewed over 100 million times and downloaded in 22 countries. And she's working on a new single, Strong, and so she's gonna release it. It was released last year, and she's got an album actually about ready to be released anytime now. Next Tuesday, we're going to have Bob Regan from Operation Song. Mr. Regan is the CEO and executive director for Operation Song. He is a Grammy and a Dove Award nominated songwriter with over 200 recorded by artists from Keith Urban to Roy Rogers. Operation Song's mission is to empower veterans and active duty service members to tell their stories through the process of songwriting. Their vision is to become a premier songwriting organization serving the active duty and veteran communities, to expand their programs stateside and overseas, and to train others in their model. Their goal is to establish Operation Song as a unique and viable treatment option using creative and integrative therapies. Sounds like something you would do, Al. And then, of course, helps individuals recover from the stress of war and improve their quality of lives, because that's all it's all about. And, of course, Friday the 13th, Eric Stolhansky, Rabbit from Super Troopers. Man, pumped.
Come on, let's hear that little fangirl scream.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm pumped, man. Eric Stolhansky to come on here to talk about Super Troopers Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. So, and don't forget, we have a job fair coming up, which will be with Hire Our Heroes. So if you are an employer and you want to come on to the job fair to come on here and talk about your company and hire our veterans, Hire Our Heroes, and WTF Nation Radio will be joining forces on the 25th of April for to have a virtual job fair for 3 hours. So we're going to be on there from 12 to 1500, and it's on I think it's on a Wednesday, right? It's still on a Wednesday. Yeah, the fucking yeah. Hasn't changed. It's still on a Wednesday. Yeah. So get your information to the points of contacts that we have on the Facebook posts that you see on U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. I am excited to get this job fair because no way that a veteran feels complete without going out and making an honest living, or getting a job at least. Some people might think it dishonest or whatever, depending on what it is. But we want to get veterans out there working because everybody knows my philosophy that veterans should be helped out before refugees. And sorry, if you don't fucking like the way I feel about that, then you are obviously tuning into the wrong station, because I totally believe that. Second Amendment, veterans before refugees, we the people, that type of stuff. But yeah, I know, huh? James, make sure you guys join in. You're gonna start seeing some adverts coming out, because we want to build the hype. We don't want to build the hype too much. We want the hype to breathe. So yeah, starting you're gonna see some adverts coming on for Rabbit. I just keep calling him Rabbit. I mean, it's hard for me to say his name. Just like, oh yeah, his name is, Eric Stolhansky from Super. No, it's Rabbit. I see him as Rabbit. Everybody knows him from Rabbit. So can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. So hey guys, I appreciate y'all coming on and shooting the shit with me. Hey, front desk, you guys got anything about this guest coming on?
I'm sorry, which ones? Because we have so many guests coming up, and you have me working my ass off tonight. I'm sending out emails.
Oh,
Get this person on. Get this person on.
Yes, right. Okay,
Daddy Ice, I do whatever you say.
Oh, whoa, carry on, Charlie Mike, son. Okay, there we go. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Carry on.
No Big Daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. Well, hey.
I'm sorry. I'm working my ass off back here.
It's
hey,
okay.
But I'm gonna get you who you want.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, woo.
Stormy Daniels.
Whoa, hey, don't even go there, dude. Those are fake. I like them real. Anyways, so with that, thank you all for joining us at Sergeant's Time. I know, like I said, it was not really a, it was a show that kind of got derailed because of the events that were going on, and yeah. So other than that, you guys got anything for the crowd? Pooks?
Yeah, don't drink and drive, you fuckers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no drinking and driving. Don't beat your wife. Don't kick your dogs. You got anything else you want to impart? Any knowledge bombs you want to drop?
Just remember, it doesn't take much to have people influence you to be negative. It takes even less to decide that you just want to be positive. Enjoy life.
Wow, I'm like, I want to sit on my yoga mat now.
Uber deep.
I want to roll out my yoga mat and go. Oh. Anyway, so y'all have a good night, and thanks for coming on. See ya. Shots.
The bitches, they love visuals.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
Tell me what it is you see when you look at me. Deep into the photography, I don't really need your sympathy. Just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got? And is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you because I do what I do? Who knew that I could lose a few of you cause I bleed blue? But it's true, I know cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? Will I make it home alive? Should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I'm breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier. Green Beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see the day. In the constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media betrayed me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show.
Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Lonely Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? He's the raw G, Brucey B, Kick the Brink. Funk master flexing up, funk star ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know.